Hi, and welcome to Danny After Dark. If you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a notification or a new episode. Tonight is the weekly True Crime and Show. And as you can see, I'm solo for the moment. Will Beckham join once he decides which candle to light? Possibly. We'll find out. Anyways, happy Friday, everybody. I am so glad the week is over. It has been a long week, and I'm just really excited to talk what has been happening this week because there's a lot. There's always a lot. But before we jump into that, the April book club selection has occurred. And for those of you who did not see the post on either the Facebook group or on Instagram, it is going to be Weird Scenes Inside the Canyon, Laurel Canyon Covert Ops in the Dark Heart of the Hippie Dream by David McGowan. So if you would like to partake in this, by all means, I would love for you to do so. That will be the book that is covered. It will be covered on Saturday, April 19th. It has to be a bit early this month just due to a lot of scheduling stuff I have this towards the end of this month. So that was the latest I could actually do it. So again, Saturday, April 19th, it will be in the evening. That will be the book we'll be discussing. So for anybody who wants to be on camera and discuss it, feel free to do so. Or if you want to hang out in the chat and do that as well, feel free. The more the merrier. But last month was awesome. It was in cold blood. And shout out to Zach for joining me on camera for that. And yeah, I look forward to another month of book club with y'all. So let's see who's here. Paulcast is first in the chat. Wow. Must be bored up there in Canada where you are, hun. Hey, Kane, welcome. Tony Stewart, hello. Capone, still trying to get home. You are, I can't remember if you're 2 or 3 hours behind in Vegas. It's one of those. But either way, let's get you out of that workday and get you home and into the weekend. But good to see you, Capone. I'm looking for apples in the green room. Beckham, you are so, I literally can't even. I was at work, but I got stuck at the airport you got stuck at the airport? That sucks. That really sucks. Oh man, that book is Paul, you know what? It was a book recommendation. It got voted on. It got approved like I was going to override it. Yeah. So you know what, Paul, why don't you read the book and come on camera for this month's book club? If you have such a strong opinion and would like to make that known, Paul, by all means. Yeah. I know you usually are Tony Stewart. I saw Paul say hello first, and I was like, what the heck's going on? Hey, Shelly, good to see you. Hey, Zach, welcome. I don't know what you're asking me. I can't keep track of them. All I know is candle selection, and I don't know. I don't know. That's the best I got. Hey, K-Dog. Hey, Boo. Oh my God, I love Daisy. Give Daisy a big hug and kiss for me. I love your dog. Oh, hope you're doing good, hun. You're ridiculous. So while Paul is in the chat, Paul, will you put a link for tomorrow? So tomorrow over on the Paulcast, Paul has part 1 of an interview that he did with Little Joe, and it's so good. So good. And after that, we will do over on the Manson Saga, so same channel, me, Paul, and Beckham will do a recap of part 1, kind of what our thoughts were on that. Then Paul will release part 2, and then there'll be a part 2 kind of recap of what we thought about that. But it's an excellent interview, and it will be premiering tomorrow, so Saturday the 5th. So make sure to watch that. It was a pre-recorded interview, but Paul will be setting it up as a that it will premiere, do like a live premiere. And that will be 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, if I recall. But Paul, post the link. I read that book and I didn't think it was very good. Okay, no, that's totally fair. I have not read it. So, and that's fine. And you know what? To be perfectly honest, there are so many books that I do purchase that I read and I'm just like, and it goes on the shelf. And I don't do a book review about it. And, it's because I'm not one to like go on and do a video and be like, this book was X, Y, and Z. But with that being said, for book club, everything's kind of fair game as long as it's kind of constructive. And yeah, Danny, you're going to hate it. Thanks, Paul. Hi, Corey. Welcome. Why do I feel like this is deja vu? Because Beckham's always late. I don't know. Your boyfriend is never on time. I don't know what to tell you. There's only so much I can do. Well, thank you. It's going to make for an interesting conversation. And that's totally fine. You know what? I will say, okay, the one book review that I did, and don't get me wrong, it's a good book. For a reason, and I totally recommend it, is the O.J. Simpson If I Did It. That book, I did that review. Y'all, if you missed that, go back and watch it because I did not hold up back on that. And it wasn't even like the structure was bad or blah, blah, blah. It was the shit OJ was saying in that book. I felt that one was justified, though, to give the most honest opinion that I did. But with that being said, yeah, that's like the only one where I'm like, this book is trash because of what, if I did it, okay. Yeah. Oh my God, that was so much fun. I actually want to go back and reread that book. It's just one of those, you read it like page by page and you're like, this is just trash. But it is what it is. I'll make a point of watching it. Thank you, James. Thank you. You are coming in the chat complimenting me. Usually it's a comment about, what I'm wearing, but I'll take a compliment. And for the record, this is one of my new shirts and I absolutely love it. Like these types of shirts that have like different ways of wearing the logo tattoos are trashy. Love it. It has like a big print on the back. And I love it because, as you all know, I'm a tattoo girl. I have like 15 or 16 or something like that. So yes, for some reason, these tattoos or trashy shirts are like on fire right now. And of course, like everybody who's wearing them is like fully inked and like, oh, love it. So yeah, I wanted to hop on the bandwagon. Not gonna lie. And I absolutely love it. Little Joe, such a great dude. Unreal talking to me, quite the life and career. Yeah, Paul. Yeah, obviously me and Beckham have heard already part 1. And oh my God, I love Little Joe. I could sit and listen to him all day. Like so good. I didn't like it either. Oh my God. Hey, Chris James. I'm like more so I ordered the book once like the polls ended and that was the selected book. I ordered it right away off Amazon. So I'm just waiting for it to come in. But y'all, yeah, I am like ready to dive in and read this because y'all are not holding back on your thoughts on it. So I'm very excited now. That book felt like Oprah saying, and you're from CIA and you're from, okay. While Oprah yelled, okay, good to know. All press is good press. Zach, you know what? If you're being talked about, then yeah, I can, nice spin on that. That you haven't read it either? Is that what you mean, Corey? That you haven't read it either? Okay. So if that's what you mean, Corey, me and you were going to be like the rookies in this, being like, what are we getting ourselves into? But that's fine. Totally fine. Okay. I have a bunch of true crime stuff to talk about, what happened this week with y'all. And we'll just kind of go from there. And yeah, let's just like hang out and yeah. Totally fun. Also before I forget, totally slipped my mind. I will tomorrow be hopefully posting some live stuff. If not, I will definitely kind of repost it after. I will be doing going to something for getting some content, and it involves Karen Reed. It involves Turtle Boy. So we'll see. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Radio.
What the hell is this? Beckham.
What?
Where are you?
Where are you?
Oh, for Christ's sake. Shelly, will you do something? I totally asked Beckham to buy the book for me so I can participate, and he's still lagging. Your boyfriend's still lagging on doing something? Shocking. Shocking. I've done a show with him for how long? Unfortunately, yes, we can. Yeah, you're just an avatar. What's up, Beckham? Would you like me to put you backstage until you figure your shit out?
No, I'm trying to get all this to work.
Oh, jeez. Danny, your tinfoil hat. Oh,
dude,
strap
that's
your
the
tinfoil.
book. Hey, that's the book that Paul was like, hurry up, get the book. And I wasted
that was the book?
Yes, I wasted a whole thing on it. And then he was like, this book sucks.
So you've already read it.
And like I'm trying to do a Kermit the Frog voice for Paul. Hey, this book sucks.
Okay. Oh boy. James Watson says, I love drunk Beckham. I don't know. I feel like sober Beckham is just as much of a pain in the ass, James, to be perfectly honest. Come get your boy, Shelly. Still in shock from finding out that Sealy dance. Paul, you learn something new every day, don't you? Yeah, that's the book. Oh, Paul.
Yeah,
wait.
Whose idea was it to suggest the book in the first place? Was it a fan?
I forget.
Was it you? I thought it was you.
No. Was it Zach? I think Zach Zach. Were you the one that recommended it? Which no one, if that was the case, no one attack anybody's book suggestion. If that's the case, you know what? It is what it is. Wow, Paul hates that shit. Paul hates everything, Zach, to be perfectly honest. Paul hates everything
Paul
and
was
everyone.
Like, Becca, hurry up and get the book. Hurry up and get the. I was like, all right, man, I'm getting it. And then I spent like at the time, I had just gotten what do you call it? Amazon, the thing, electronic books.
It was
whatever.
Like Audible?
Audible. I had just gotten Audible, and I only had like 1 credit, and I'm like, hey, I just have 1 credit. He's like, get the book so we can do the show. We can read it and do a show on it. And I'll go and get it, and then he just comes back, oh, this book sucks. Made me waste my 1 credit.
So Zach said, I just think it's interesting, and I think Danny's going to find Easter eggs if she can get past the first part.
You already read the book.
No, I haven't. I don't have it.
Oh, I thought you read it too. And you're like, yeah, Paul, this book sucks.
No.
I keep trying to do a fake Kermit the Frog.
You know what? People voted for it. I think this will actually make a really interesting
you're talking about how people voted?
People voted.
Yeah, but never mind.
Beckham, you better be on with us to talk about this book. You better be on to talk about it. I'm just saying. Let's see. Lots of people like that book. I'm just not one of them. And Paul,
I think I know why Paul. I think I remember why Paul didn't like it. Now I'm remembering.
Okay, dog, you're right. Plus, we're going to talk about it in the podcast with Jeff Finn soon. Right. Okay. All right. Who's Jeff?
I'm just messing. I mean, it's the book that Paul wanted me to get, and then he wanted to take it back.
Oh God. Oh my God, Shelly, you totally should. All right. Let's jump in. Oh gosh, I don't know where to begin. You know what? I'm going to switch orders here because I think we need to. Y'all are rowdy tonight.
God, you always do that, and you always make me lose my place.
You know what? I'm sorry. You weren't even on time, so don't talk about me throwing you off. So y'all are a rowdy bunch tonight, so we're going to start with a rowdy case. Taylor Shabusiness. And if you're Danny, what the hell did you Beckham, are you laughing?
Did you say Taylor Show Business?
No, it's Taylor Shabusiness. I'm not joking. I'm not
Oh, I
joking.
think you meant as a joke.
No. What's the book called again? About to order it. Corey, I think that
Don't do it. I'm just playing.
Corey, I already exited out. Once I got my
Corey,
notes
it's
done.
called Where the Red Fern Grows.
No, shush it, Beckham. Corey, look in the book club group, hon. It's there. It's there.
Something about
I
the
posted
canyon.
a picture of the name and author. Look at it there. Yeah.
Canyon Stories.
All right. Yeah. Taylor Shabusiness.
The business.
This video. Beckham, Liz sent us the video earlier. Did you watch it?
I think I did.
Yeah.
The lawyer's like, what the hell's going on here?
Y'all, look on what did you just say? Taylor Shabusiness. I know. I get Beckham.
I thought you said show business.
No, it's Taylor Shabusiness. Let me
started
put in the
laughing.
chat how it's spelled, because y'all are gonna be like, Danny, you're making this up. I'm not. And after the show, because don't leave now. Look it up. Look up the video. There we go. Taylor Shabusiness. So I actually had been following her case, but I didn't feel like, okay, we didn't talk about it on here, but I've kind of been watching what's been going on with her. Are y'all stoned? No. So the video is up now, y'all. It's all over Instagram. It's all over YouTube. She attacked, when I say another one of her lawyers this week, yes.
The second one.
Yes. So for people who've never heard of Taylor, very briefly, she was convicted of raping, murdering, and mutilating the corpse of Chad Tyrone. And I probably mispronounced his last name, in 2022, after she strangled him with a chain before slicing his head and penis off with a serrated knife. Very Lorena Bobbitt. So yeah, she's quite an interesting person there. So in 2023, during court proceedings, Taylor attacked her attorney, but she got in a few kind of punches and jabs, but then an officer pulled her off. This week, it's almost like the officers who were near her knew just to be on alert the entire time, because they were in court this week because her lawyer was talking about sequestering a witness in the case. And all of a sudden, I didn't feel there was something that provoked. All of a sudden, she just turns to her attorney and goes to just attack full force.
I can't believe he was sitting so close to her.
Beckham, I thought that same thing. After her history, I was like,
yeah.
That was surprising.
Well, yeah, I would have done it. I would have done everything by phone.
But the thing is, it wasn't that he was sitting closer. Beckham, it was him after the attack. That was the more shock.
You put a monitor right there, and the judge sees the lawyer from the monitor.
Wild. So for those of you who will watch it after this show, basically she jumps to attack him, and again the security that are there, they're right there, they're right on top of it, and they get to her and they slam her down. They really lay into her for that. But the lawyer that she just went to attack, he's just sitting there. He just sits there like nothing happened. He just looks over at the prosecutor and just shrugs his shoulders like, oh, how's the weather today? It was like the wildest thing of her going crazy as hell, the security jumping on her, and him just sitting there.
I wonder if she had an episode and she thought that he was talking behind her back, but he's in front of her or he's next to her.
I mean, I feel like to do the crime she did, I've never
She's really off the wheel.
She's very
man.
off.
Yeah,
she's very off. That's not normal. Not that no murder is justified, but it wasn't like a heat of the moment. I was being attacked and I had to fight back for my life. it wasn't something where it was a justifiable homicide. This was a very bizarre homicide to begin with. Tragic, totally tragic, because a life is now ended. But the crime in itself is very wild and odd. There's clearly mental illness there. And then she attacks one attorney and now attacks the wild. And of course her name is going by. Oh, yeah,
That's
Taylor
dude.
Swift.
I was like, Danny, yeah, I was like, I was gonna give you credit for making me laugh earlier, because I thought you said her name was show business.
No, it's like, oh my God.
Get it? Show business.
No,
Okay.
no, trust me, I get your joke. I wish I didn't get your jokes, but I get them. Wild. It's not that far for normal for a woman. It's not that. K-Dog, tread carefully.
Was it Chevy Chase that did a movie like in the 80s where his wife was in a jar?
I don't
His
know.
wife's brain was in the jar, or was it? Oh man, or was it the guy with the white hair?
The guy with the white hair.
The comedian that's always had white hair. What's his name? Steve Martin? No, yeah, Steve Martin, right?
Oh, I don't know either way. She got all up. Paul's here all night. Like, yeah, it's, if you guys haven't seen it, please check it out. It's wild, absolutely wild. And it's going so viral online that I'm like, we have to bring it up. Because remember, I'm totally blanking his name and I can picture him. Remember the guy that we talked about a couple months ago?
I was just laughing. I'm in a laughing mood now, dude.
Yeah, I question your, what's in that coffee cup. I really do. But remember the judge that jumped over the bench and attacked? I mean, not the judge. Sorry,
Yeah, that's
the guy
it.
that jumped
Corey,
over and
that's
attacked
it.
the
Man
judge.
with two. Corey nailed it. The man with two brains with Steve Martin.
Okay, thank you, Corey.
That's
Corey,
it.
I'm concerned that Corey understands Beckham language.
I think he does. He does, and like that's awesome, because I think that's what the lawyer should have been like in the can. He should have been in the jar.
Oh my God. I'm scared for tonight's show. I am so scared for tonight's show. You know what? We're 23 minutes in and I'm already. Let's just see where the night takes us, folks.
Show business.
I swear to God. Oh, Lord, help us all. All right, let's switch gears to something a little bit more serious. I'm scared for you guys too. Shelly, say a prayer. Steve Marr. All right. Thank you. Kane, it worries me that you understand Beckham as well, but that's okay. A black cat.
I'm just saying, that's what I thought. The lawyer should have not been there. He should have been like a jar, like the jar of the like the TV thing.
All right. Yeah. Which cat is this? Oh, it's Luke. So yes, it's Friday night, so the doors are open for the cats. Are there any other ones in here? There was one on the tower over there, but I don't see.
What, do they just hear you and go into the room?
Well, it's more like, okay, for example, I would come in here to start to set up and there won't be a single cat in here, but then I go to shut the door to keep them out. And then it's like, no. What's mommy doing in there? We have to know. It's like that type of thing. Which, by the way, I posted a video, like a short video of my cat Selena earlier this week rolling around in like a crime scene tablecloth that I was given as a gift. Oh my God. That video has 1.9 thousand views. I'm like, yeah, people are only here for my cats. They're not here for me. They're here for my cats. And you know what? I don't blame anybody. It was just wild. I'm like, wow, this is getting a lot of views very fast. And yeah, it's my cat Selena. She's like the sweetest little thing. But yeah, it was just super funny. So check that video out after too if you missed that. All right, let's move on to Luigi Mangione. So what we heard about him this week, and it's not a ton, it's just that the Justice Department will be seeking the death penalty for him. So, but I feel like that is not of surprise to everybody. I think the writing was kind of on the wall with that. Hi, Tony.
Hey, Tony. The
Good
other
to see
Tony.
you.
How many Tonys are there now?
There's Tony
3?
Stewart, Tony L.
There are 2 or 3 Tonys.
Author Tony Wright. Yeah, he comes in the chat once in a while too. Yeah. Beckham just doesn't like it because like there's a name being said more than his. So Beckham just gets a little, you know.
Where's the other Paul? The better
I
Paul.
know. Where's the better Paul? Okay, we need to do an SOS for the better Paul because yeah, I'm quite concerned. So Tony Stewart doesn't count. So yeah, the Luigi Mangione Justice Department seeking death penalty. Again, they will be seeking it if he is convicted on the capital murder charges. Quick reminder, he's facing state and federal charges after allegedly shooting United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in Midtown Manhattan. Oh my God.
Did you just do like a Southern accent
I
with
did.
a New York City?
Manhattan. Wow.
What was that? Are you drinking some Southern Comfort iced tea there?
You never know what's in this cup. Manhattan in December. Again, innocent until proven guilty. Luigi has pled not guilty to the state charges. He was also charged with federal criminal complaint. He's not yet been indicted on those charges. So Luigi Mangione's attorney, Karen Friedman Agnifilo, said, quote, their decision to execute Luigi is political and goes against the recommendation of the local federal prosecutors, the law and historical precedent. While claiming to protect against murder, the federal government moves to commit the premeditated state-sponsored murder of Luigi. By doing this, they are defending the broken, immoral, and murderous healthcare industry that continues to terrorize the American people, end quote. Luigi is being held in federal custody in Brooklyn, New York. As we know, he is being held in the same prison as Puff Daddy.
He did he.
Yes, we'll be getting to him soon. But yeah, were you surprised, Beckham?
No, but okay, so what's crazy is they got the fingerprints, they got the shell casings, they got the weapon, they got him at McDonald's. But what throws everything off is it really him in those pictures?
There's a lot of people online that say those pictures do not.
I wonder if this is going to turn into a Karen Reed situation.
No,
I'm trying to set it up for later.
No, I think it will be. I think there's going to be. I will give you. I think there's going to be two sides to this. What was it? 2 weeks ago, there was a big crowd of protesters outside his prison, like Free Luigi, with Free Luigi signs. There was a lot of people. I was just like, it was just some random day. And I was like, I think it's going to be very a complex trial for something that's pretty straightforward. But yeah, I was not surprised.
I don't know, man. It's a little tricky. It's going to be a little tricky one. He has a lot of fan support.
Oh, he does.
And I think he's raised close to $1 million.
I haven't checked since we covered that.
Anything over 500,000, you can pretty much say it's close to $1 million.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised at this point. Yeah. Again, donating to a fund when he comes from a wealthy family.
I know, that's funny, right?
Okay.
And
donate to the Beckham
and then
electricity fund, if anything.
Like, you know what else is funny is the fact that I haven't heard anything about his family. Like, does he have a cousin somewhere that just maybe wants to talk a little smack or something and say,
well,
hey,
no one has come forward family-wise.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is a very, very odd case. I think it's gonna turn into something out of this world.
Because if you think about parents always want to see the good in their kids. So you'd think they'd be like, this doesn't sound like my son. He would never do something. Or even when parents kind of when their son or daughter is committed of a horrible crime like this, I hate to say they will justify, because that's not right. That's not the right wording, but it's almost like in their mind to kind of rationalize the horrific actions that their child did. It would be like they had some type of break from reality, there was some type of mental, undiagnosis going on. And we think that's why they did this. We tried to get them help. There's something, but they've said nothing.
You think he was Oswald?
Do
Id?
I think he was what?
Oswald Id?
No.
No?
No.
There's nothing on the other guy that you've heard?
No. No.
The only thing
But
about the other guy that was weird to me, I'm sorry, the only thing that was odd to me about the other guy, the deceased, was
Brian
that
Thompson,
him and his wife are married, but she has a house across the street.
they were splitting up from what
Oh, okay.
reports were
I
saying
just
they
was like,
were
that's a little odd,
splitting.
but okay, right.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, the death penalty, I guess. I mean, you could go for it. I mean, if he's found guilty of murder, then people will believe in justice
Hmm.
fits the crime type of thing. Like, you're gonna have those people all the time. You're gonna have the people that he should do the time, but like in a safe space, right? And
Hmm.
then you're gonna also have the people that are fanatics, that are his fans, that like are the ones donating.
I
So
think it's
there's
going to be
gonna be
tricky.
yeah, definitely gonna be something. I don't know. I just think something's gonna come out and be like, oh my, here we go, type of thing.
Right. Because because of the agenda that Luigi was trying to push, allegedly, with this shooting, that who I would not be surprised if someone was like, I need to get on this jury to make sure he doesn't go down for this. Like, there's the way society has reacted to this case, this crime, this shoot. I'm
Okay, we're
it's
and real quick, why? First of all, who was in charge of having him like go from point A to point B with all this security, with his little fashion statement sweater and his pants and his shoes and the way he's cuffed, and they look like literally like a character out of a DC
he looked like the
T,
Menendez brothers.
like a TV show, like you know what I mean, like
Mhm.
a Joker ish type moment, right? Who authorized that and why? And are you wanting eyes on the case? Why would you want eyes on the case? Is it about money or? I mean, it shouldn't be, but why? Like,
Mhm.
do you see the point I'm trying to make?
Yeah.
Like the transport of him from A to B could have just been closed. They could have just had a shot of him in a van, and through the window, whatever. They could have had a shot of him going inside the court, being transported, but that's it.
Yeah.
Now they had him camera up front the entire route, walking. It literally looked like a movie, like a TV, comic
Mhm.
book TV horror, not horror, villain, right? Like a
Oh,
villain,
yeah.
sort of shot. The way it was just shot. So I don't know. It just seems odd to me.
You know what, Beckham? I think it was intentional. I think it was very intentional because the way the public has, and I'm not okay. And I know when I say public, I'm obviously that does not mean everybody,
No,
but I'm
I wouldn't
talking
like it.
about.
I wouldn't want his walk to be filmed. No way, dude.
Well, no, hear me out on this. And let me know if you agree or disagree. The way that women have been like, oh my God, he's the sexiest thing ever, almost like Ted Bundy 2.0, the way the women are reacting to Luigi, how people are saying that he's a hero for what he did, he's justified for what he did. I think that perp walk, if you will, that you just described of him in the jumpsuit, almost looking villainish, was very strategic on the part of the state to almost look like here's this guy you're putting on a pedestal,
Mm,
but look at
mm-mm.
how he
No,
really is.
I disagree because it made him. You're exactly right. It put him on a pedestal. It gave him more light. It's gonna give him
Yes. Yeah, I
more
think it
push.
backfired.
Okay, maybe that to your point. That's what they wanted, right? Maybe that's what they wanted, right? But then it backfired, and it made him. It kind of illuminated him into this other type of figure, like the Joker, almost ish, right? And it
Hmm.
just propelled his abundance to looking like this oversized character that they it's basically has created, and people are I don't know what to say. It's like it's a creation, right? And it's like it's gone big time, and that's
Hmm.
what it's too. You can't go back now. It's done.
Right.
It's done, and now he has a major fan base.
Mm-hmm. Totally. And I do think it backfired. And then especially because, like I always say, people want monsters to look like monsters. Luigi looks like he could be the guy next door, the guy down the street, the kid at your college on campus. Like the guy at work, like he looks just like he would blend in anywhere and with anybody. So, and then to go from him in that orange jumpsuit, how that came across, to then how he looked, you know, dressed very preppy, like one of the Menendez brothers back when they had their trial for his court appearances. I'm like, night and day, night
Now,
and
if they were
day.
trying to do that for Oswald, that was a major backfire. Get it? Backfire.
Beckham, I swear to God. If there were other jokes that you
I'm sorry.
read through the notes for
Anyway,
tonight and you have written out, just go.
hey, like Oswald did the same thing. They had him try. Like, there's TV cameras. Everybody's there. Like,
You
well,
did the same thing with Ted
let's like
Bundy.
film him like walk from one door to the next, and it's like,
Yeah, it always backfires.
right.
No pun intended. So don't even start laughing. But it's also, I hate to say it, but media driven. People want to see this.
It was
We
front
know he's
fired.
being transferred. We
Yeah.
want to see it. Like, on the one hand, the people who are against
I
him,
didn't
they
have to
want to
see
see
it.
the
I could
villain
have
who
just
did
seen.
this.
I didn't have to see that, man. They could have just had him on the like a video of his head in the van. That's it, like 2 seconds, and then another van give him like inside the court. That's all. He's already
So,
inside. 2 seconds. Total
Beckham,
of
you are
four
not who I'm
seconds.
talking to in this.
Oh,
But you
okay.
you can see how the obsession with him in this case, people want more. They want
They
to see
want him. They
more.
want him to talk. The next thing.
Mhm.
They've already seen what he wears to court. He wears like his outfit is like I
It's
don't know,
preppy.
$1,200 on its own alone, maybe $1,500. So, um, what else?
That money would
So,
put your electricity on for the year.
so like, you know what's funny now that I work that I have to go in more to the office. My electricity bill's gotten way down. I'm like, man, I didn't know I was using that much electricity.
Beckham,
Anyway,
don't lie to the public. What electric bill? We have never seen you with a light on. It's always a candle.
uh,
Don't play.
anyway,
Don't play.
uh,
Don't lie to the people here.
so
All right,
now
let's.
they okay. So now they've seen what he wears. They've seen that whole walk thing. They've seen him in social media posting pictures. The public, his fan base, want him to talk now. It's time for him. They want to hear his voice. They want to hear his intellect. They need that 2D, 3D from going from 2D to 3D. You know what I mean? Like, and that's
Mhm.
what they're waiting for now. They're just waiting to hear that voice. They're waiting for the interview. Who's going to get the in-house interview? That is going to be a big deal because now that's something that we're talking about next is who's going to get the in-house interview
Oh my
because
God, that
that's
will
coming.
be because he will. He'll agree to sit. He'll talk to someone.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially if the death penalty is on the line.
Oh, 100%. Because he's going to want to him and his defense are going to want him portrayed as anything but what he's like, the severity of what he's being accused of. They're going to want him to look like the most innocent, absolutely innocent.
Shelly's like, I vote for Paul to get the interview.
You know what, Shelly? I'm going to give you a star for that. I'm going to give you a
Oh, that
star for
would be
that.
funny.
Corey Novak, I'm imagining Beckham roasting a rotisserie chicken above that candle. You know what, Corey? I'm going to give you a star for that as well. I'm feeling generous tonight. All right. A lot of you have been talking about Luigi. Let's see. I want to make sure that y'all are being heard in this too. Luigi is into Rent Boys. Oh my God.
What?
I don't know.
Rent
I don't know
boy?
what that means.
Wait,
That was a
what
little
a
bit ago.
Capone.
Capone.
Capone, what's a
And I
rent?
did
Wait,
see a sneak in. Welcome.
who said that? Capone?
Yeah. Has
What's a
anyone
rent
ever
boy?
literally been put
What
on
is that? I never heard that before.
Let's see. James says prosecutors like shots of the defendants in the orange jumpsuit to imply guilt. Yes. 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 The prosecutors did the same thing to Trump with his mugshot. Well, that's one of the arguments with Brian Koberger that the defense is saying.
Oh, yeah. They did the
That's
same
one
thing.
of the
Yeah.
exact arguments.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Is that people have already been tainted because they've seen him in the orange jumpsuit and will therefore think he's already guilty. So James,
instead of
you're
lady,
100% onto that.
so instead of lady of the night, Capone, you're talking about how would you say it? Man of the night? I don't know. I didn't know they were called rent boys, but okay.
You learn something
Danny,
new every
have you
day.
have you heard it before called rent boys?
Beckham, you are on another level tonight. What the heck? You were not.
I would have thought you would have heard it before.
earlier.
I would have thought you would have heard that before. I've never heard it called rent. I just thought it was funny.
Ladies of the back to ladies of the night. I was hoping that was a thing that was last week and only ever last week. Other inmates may get jealous of his publicity and take their frustration out on him. Tony Stewart, you were absolutely right. Oh my God, Christ's sakes. Nothing makes a candle. Oh God, you guys are crazy. Paul and Linguini in the same room. My God, the hair everywhere.
I don't think. I just don't think they would get any. I don't think they would get anything done. I don't think the interview would get finished.
Paul.
I think.
Beckham.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know. I feel like I just need to take myself off camera and let Beckham run the show. I don't know. Garrettson was a rent pool houseboy.
I've never heard it called a rent boy ever.
I've never heard that either.
It's funny. I got that. It made me laugh. I thought it was funny.
Hey Wolf, good to see you. Wolf, I am so sorry. Get out now. Get out now while you can. I need a drink for this. You sure do. You sure do. But honestly, hon, Wolf, I have too much respect for you. Get out now while you still can. My Danny After Dark pub glass. Yes. Wolf, thank you. Oh my God, that means like the world to me, honestly. So if you want to be as cool as Wolf, yeah, let's just keep that up for a little bit. Yep, I got mine. Let's see. Beckham got a good night's sleep last night. And I don't think this is a sleep-induced whatever mood. I don't know. I had to take psychedelics to get through this. Oh, James. I'm glad you came prepared.
James, you're going to start thinking about rent boys.
Do you have one of the pub glasses, Danny? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. This holds way more liquid and I drink a lot.
How much stuff do you have at work of your stuff? Do you walk around the office with like your little, hey, look at me.
I don't actually.
I'm on my own cup, guys.
No, I don't.
How was your weekend, Elizabeth?
To a point.
Hello, Elizabeth. How was your weekend?
I did wear one of my Danny After Dark logo shirts to the gym the other day.
You like walking, you put your elbow out like this on top of the cubicle, and you're like, hey, how was your weekend?
I wore it to the gym, and I wore one to the cat shelter when I did my volunteership. And there were a few of other volunteers there. And when I went to take my jacket off, I was like, yeah, I'm totally narcissistic wearing my own shirt. They loved it. Loved it. Hey, Jinx. Oh, my God. I swear to God.
They bent over.
Capone. All right. You know what? Let's move on from. Is there anything else to say about Luigi?
No. I think we covered it for now.
The best transition is who else is being held where Luigi is? P. Diddy. And I just want to give a special shout out to Tony Stewart. Tony very much kept me in the loop, like in real time, in regards to this story, in regards to the indictments that we'll be talking about tonight. So thank you, Tony Stewart, for keeping me up on what's happening in real time. Much appreciated. So today, 5 more indictments have been added against P. Diddy. So the 5 criminal counts, including racketeering and sex trafficking, Puff Daddy has previously pled not guilty to, were an earlier 3-count indictment. So these new indictments include additional charges, again, of the sex trafficking, transportation to engage in prostitution, and this could subject Puff Daddy to time in prison if convicted. Both indictments refer to 3 of P. Diddy's alleged victims. His trial remains scheduled for May 5th. So that a month and a day away. Like, oh
That
my God.
I think we're gonna, you know, there's gonna be like over. You're gonna have the Karen Reed live. You're gonna have the Diddy live.
Lori Vallow.
That crazy lady live. The lady in the vase live.
There's
And then the Koberger, getting ready for Koberger in August. It's a lot, man. It's gonna be a lot.
Yeah,
Definitely entertaining. It's gonna be definitely entertaining. And then we have, of course, May the 4th be with you in May too. So Star Wars Days coming for all those Star Wars fans. It's gonna be an amazing month of May. I had to put it in there. Sorry.
No, it's feel free to nerd out. Feel free to nerd out. So Koberger's innocent. Really, Wolf? I had no idea you thought that way.
Wow, really? Why?
So Wolf sent me a really interesting.
That's interesting. Let's dance to that tune.
Wolf, can you if you still have it readily available? If not, don't worry about it, honey.
Wow, he's innocent. Ooh.
Wolf sent me something to look at, and I will say it gives you. It definitely it puts a lot of things, like, you question a lot in regards to. I still have my feelings on Koberger. I'm sorry.
Wait, did he send you something like a video?
Let me, Wolf, can you post it? If not, I will.
Because I'll watch it later. If it's something that's really good, I'll watch it like later.
Yeah, I'm just Yeah, if you, Wolf, if you're able to post it for people to check out later, feel free. If you can, great. If not, I'll send it to Beckham later. But it definitely, it's worth watching. It's really worth watching because it gives you, again, just another angle to look at the Brian Koberger case. And I could see how a lot of people would walk away, again, with more questions about it, which, again, that's kind of all the defense needs is reasonable doubt. I mean, yes, that's by law. That's all they need, reasonable doubt to have their client acquitted. But there's just, I don't know. This case is very.
I don't know. Now I'm looking at that. Well, we're not talking about him just yet. Or I don't even know if you're going to bring him up.
No, he's not. No, there's no news.
Oh.
This was just another way to look at the case because, Wolf knows my very strong feelings. Thank you.
I now have a different opinion about
I'm going to pin that, Wolf, so people can check it out later.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Wolf.
Star Trek is better. Oh, God. Like the nerd. Let's nerd. Y'all.
No, it's not.
Jinx. That's amazing. That's amazing.
That's cool. Did you you heard it through the radio? You had to find the tune.
Stop it. Jinx, don't listen to Beckham. All right, let's go back to Puff Daddy.
Zoop. It's his whistle. Zoop.
Wait, what was that? Can you do that one more time?
Nope.
That's all right. I'm going to screen grab it later. All right. So Puff Daddy's attorney. So his media representatives and his attorneys have kind of obviously addressed this. His defense legal team has forcefully denied he did nothing wrong. His media representatives and attorneys said, quote, "These are not new allegations or new accusers. These are the same individuals, former long-term girlfriends, who were involved in consensual relationships. This was their private sex life defined by consent, not coercion," end quote. I'm really wondering if they mean Cassie Ventura in that, because that video we saw of her running down the hall, basically trying to flee, and then him beating the crap out of her, that didn't look very consensual to me. But nonetheless, we will see. One of Combs's lawyers has also said that Combs has never forced anyone to engage in sexual acts against their will, and that the freak-offs were consensual sexual activity. But that's not all with Puff Daddy, folks. So there has been a new lawsuit that has, one of the new lawsuits that comes out, that came out from Joseph Manzaro, that claimed he was drugged, transported against his will, and sexually maimed as a victim of a coercive and organized criminal enterprise. He has named others in his lawsuit against Puff Daddy. The names that he has dropped are LeBron James and Beyonce for witnessing this drugged freak off. Did you hear that story, Beckham?
A little bit today, but not the entire thing. This thing, if some of these stories are true, this thing runs really deep, and it just goes into the pit of Hollywood hell, literally.
Yeah.
It's gonna run into the satanic stuff you hear about. It's gonna run. I mean, oh man, it's crazy. Now, I mean, people are like, it's come to like, it's changed Hollywood, and since it's happened, a lot of people like realistically have left Hollywood, literally moved out of Los Angeles, not necessarily out of the country, but out of Los Angeles. You have a lot of actors moving, are actually investing in production studios outside of LA now, where they can film other places. 50 Cent has got a huge studio now close to New Orleans, if not in the area, in Louisiana. I mean, I'm talking like huge production studio. You got well, Woody Harrelson and what's his name, trying to get the Texas, Congress, the state of Texas, to approve what they're wanting to do. They're coming at it more politically, to where more money will get put back into the state of Texas through their production, their studio that they want to implement, and use Texas for everything, because you have mountains, you have flatland, you have well, I mean, you know what I mean. You have different very back sets that you can use Texas for movies and TV shows. So, because it's so big. But yeah, I mean, so a lot of actors are investing in outside of Los Angeles, outside of the main, the main studios that you always hear about, the Paramounts, MGMs, and so on. So the landscape is changing, definitely, is what I'm saying.
Well, as Shelley said, so it's more of exposed Hollywood versus changed. Well, I agree with Shelley.
Yeah,
I don't
sorry.
think there's been
I used the wrong word. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I'm all for her correcting you. It makes me actually quite happy. So the accuser, so Joseph has said that in regards to his lawsuit, he lost consciousness after feeling a greasy substance resembling Vaseline as he opened the door to his home. He says in the complaint, he was then brought to a different building where an associate of Diddy allegedly told him that the celebrity wanted him brought to a freak-off event. He alleges that he was secretly transferred to Diddy's home through a concealed tunnel, allegedly connected to Gloria and Emilio Estefan's Miami house. He said that it was a birthday party for Diddy's then 7-year-old son. The lawsuit claims that Jay-Z and Beyonce were seated in the room, and upon seeing Joseph, Beyonce said, quote, "What's this? What's this all about? What is this half-naked white man with a mask standing here in front of me?" End quote. And as you can imagine, Puff Daddy, LeBron James, and the Estefans have denied any involvement in regards to any of these claims and allegations.
Well, 50 Cent was one of them early on that always said, "I never win," and I know why. He was one of the advocates of that.
Yeah.
He's been real vocal about never. Of course, he was invited, but he never went. Smart. And it was almost like there was friction there, because it was, "Oh, you're too good to come to my party" type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But he knew what was already happening. He knew not to set foot into that.
And that's one of the arguments in this whole case, is that everybody knew what was happening. Last I saw, Beyonce's agent had not made a statement yet. Again, of course, everybody else is already saying through their agents and publicists that they deny these allegations that Joseph is saying. But it's pretty damning. It's gonna be tough to argue, but I mean, this is not good for Puff Daddy. More and more allegations and people coming forward. So, let's see. I see you guys have some comments on if there are videos. P Diddy is up the creek. Absolutely, and there supposedly is a video.
I think the U.S. government has evidence that they have like that. I think they already have it, and they're gonna just get it ready.
Mm-hmm. Let's
for the prosecution purposes.
Hey Karen, hope you and all your sweet cats are well. Much love. Thank you. They are doing great. Thank you so much. 80% of all productions have left Hollywood for elsewhere. So that's what James is. Yeah, James is kind of agreeing with you on that. I didn't know the percentage. So.
Yeah, I didn't know it was that high, but I knew it was there's already movement, right? You have a lot of studios popping up in different locations, different areas of the United States.
Christmas. James, no, I was only the rent boy. Oh my gosh, you guys are horrible. Horrible tonight. So yeah, that's the update on P. Diddy. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised if from now until May, if there were more lawsuits filed and new indictments added. So we'll see.
How many people were paid off? Remember that lawyer from Houston was like, I got 125 clients and we're coming after you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to name everything. And he never did anything. It was like, what? Dude.
Yeah. Didn't they get over 200 calls?
I don't know. Yeah, I know it was over 100, but I'm like, whatever happened to that? Were they paid off? That type of thing. Now, remember, what's going to be interesting, if he's found guilty and he's going to get the max, the U.S. government owns everything of Diddy's, everything, money, all property, everything's gone. His family will not have 1 cent left unless they moved it early on to where, you know what I mean? But if he's found guilty and receives the maximum penalty, the government owns it all.
So I want to go back to what you're saying, but I want to address these. So Corey says, I think he's going to beat this case, to be honest. And Tony says, I wouldn't be surprised if he wins. I have to go with Beckham on this. I don't think that the feds would have brought as much as they did, or if they didn't have the backing to back it up.
They wouldn't have arrested him in the first place.
Well, they thought he was at risk to flee.
Yeah, I don't think they would have arrested him anyway. I don't think he would be sitting in prison right now. They rejected 3 bails.
Right.
He had the money.
But he had the means to escape. And we, as the United States, are still feeling that Roman Polanski. He left, never came back. So
a lot of people have left Hollywood that are being accused of crimes. Notice that too?
I just listened to oh God, what was it? A few weeks ago, I listened to a podcast that talked about Kevin Spacey and when that whole thing broke.
Right.
And apparently that was one of those Hollywood known things too. I don't know.
He used to be one of my favorite.
No, I've heard people did know. I don't.
Man, he used to be one of my favorite actors until until all that stuff started coming out. I had to let him go.
I was so into House of Cards. Obsessed.
I thought he was one of the best actors. He
was so good, and he used that to groom the victims that he did.
Of course.
Yeah, it was horrible, but anyways. Yeah, so we'll keep y'all posted on if there's any more indictments for P. Diddy before his trial starts. But if there's not, then just a reminder, trial starts May 5th.
After what day?
I think they use some of the accusations to silence people.
Danny, what day is that start after?
Oh, good question. What day of the week is May 5th? That's a Monday.
But what's the day before that?
Oh, shush it. Listen, Star Wars.
I wanted you to say for the 4th.
You know what? For anybody who's really wanting to celebrate Star Wars early, go over to the Manson Saga discussion panel because Paul has been told he looks like a Wookiee, and I am not lying. Beckham, you know that. You know I'm not lying. Speaking of Paul, where's Fiddleford?
Oh, Fiddleford is a Star Wars fan.
Oh, he wicked is. Yeah. Yep.
Only the cool ones are.
He didn't
Remember
exist.
that.
Oh, God.
Only the cool ones are.
All right. All right. Let's move into, I think we did that. We did that. I went out of order. So now I got, Lori Vallow. I was just about to skip her.
God, she's crazy, dude. Oh, my God.
Lori Vallow, who is
I can't wait for her thing to be over.
All right, Beckham, you messed me up once. Don't do it again. Lori Vallow is the wife of
Chad Daybell.
Yes. And a jury has been selected for her trial. And her trial, Beckham, is scheduled to start on Monday. 12 jurors.
Well, hello, Karen.
Stop it. Karen, don't encourage him. Don't encourage him. He sounds like he's trying to do Australian and it comes across as British, but like a weird British accent.
I already told you they had British rule for the longest time, and they still might have British rule. I don't know, but
Oh, Jesus Christ. You just flailed your arm so passionately about this subject, and then you ended with, I don't know. So, yes, back to Lori Vallow. So 12 jurors and 4 alternates were picked. The jury consists of 13 men and 3 women. And they were sworn in and given instructions. Reminder, if you're thinking, wait a minute, what is she on trial again for? She's charged with a conspiracy to commit first-degree murder of Charles Vallow, her 4th husband. He was shot in Lori's home on July 11th, 2019 by Alex Cox. Alex was Lori's brother. He is now deceased, so of course they're going to pin this all on Alex Cox. It is what it is. So... Yes, so that sad. Trial starts Monday, folks. And remember, Lori will be acting as her own attorney. So,
God,
brace yourselves,
dude. At first, I thought the show lady from the beginning of the show, the show business lady. I thought that was Lori Vallow at first. When I was like, whoa, I was like, how can this thing get any crazier? She just attacked her lawyer.
Oh my. You know
or
what?
I just thought she attacked somebody next to her or something. I don't know what I was thinking, but I thought that was Lori Vallow.
The realm of possibilities with Lori Vallow.
I thought that was. I
she's
swear
going to
to
be on
God,
Dancing with the Stars.
I thought that was her when I first saw the glimpse of the video.
Yep, she still thinks she's going to be on Dancing with the Stars. So, yeah. That is one case that I don't know where Renee is tonight, but Renee, if you are watching, but you're not in the chat, or if you're watching on replay, miss you not being here. But for that trial, because, Renee is very knowledgeable about this case.
Culture.
Like, Renee knows her stuff. The
culture. Say it. The culture behind this case.
The Mormonism.
Mm.
Yeah. But to me, it goes past that. Lori's a nut job.
Like all cultists nuts.
She is not okay in the head. And I know that sounds very insincere to anybody who has like a mental health diagnosis, but Lori's she's another level. I'm sorry. It is what it is with her.
It should start a brand of peanuts and call it the Court of Nuts. And on the bag, put like the on the back, put the cult you're in need of or something. I don't know. Get it? Bag of nuts.
You're talking about
bag of people. Culture crazy. Bag of nuts. Get it? Never mind.
Beckham. I don't even know. How is there anybody still watching right now? I don't understand.
You mean the peanut gallery? Capone knows what I'm talking about. You mean the peanut gallery?
Don't encourage this. Don't. All right, I saw a dig against Paul, and I'm all for it. So I want to go back and see. Let's see. Where did we leave off? Where did we leave off? All right. So you guys were just wrapping up about P. Diddy.
Oh, there's talk about Princess Leia in the chat.
Where is it? Paul's a gremlin. There it is. We're gonna give that a star.
Corey's like, let us release you from your shell.
Ewoks are like cute Wookiees. Interesting. The Ewoks gave Princess Leia. Oh my gosh. Beckham, you opened up a whole Star Wars thing. Oh, well, I did too by saying Paul. Someone once called Paul a Wookiee. I feel like I literally said that earlier. Capone, please don't encourage him. Oh man. Yeah. So again, Lori Vallow trial starts Monday. We will keep you posted. Beckham, are you going to watch this trial, or are you going to make me recap it for you?
No, I'm not watching that crazy lady.
But what about? We need to see how many times she references the storm. I'm not joking.
I don't think people remember what the storm is. Now, it would have been funny if she would have called it the Force.
No, it would not have. It wasn't funny when she called it the storm. Well, when Chad called it when Chad called it the storm.
Or yeah.
It's just, Shelly, will you please place a phone call to your boyfriend after and check up on him? I'm just, feel free to do it now, and I'll kick him off camera. Feel free. Did somebody call Paula Wookie on a date between May 3rd and May 5th at Danny After Dark? Jesus. I think everybody, including all females, thought she was hot back in the day.
All boys from the age of like 10 through, and up thought she was the princess.
No, I mean, giving credit where credit is due. Princess, gorgeous. Stunning.
And the outfit that they put her in.
Oh, yeah. I personally, Mark Hamill. Mm-hmm.
You liked him instead of what's his face?
Ewan McGregor's?
No.
Oh, Hayden Christensen?
No, the older guy.
Harrison Ford?
Yeah, Harrison Ford. I thought you would have been into him.
No, Mark Hamill. Definitely Mark Hamill fan. Mm-hmm. And he voiced the Joker.
Yeah, he did in the cartoon.
Mm-hmm. That's the only comic book reference I got for y'all. So one and done. Carrie Fisher is still on my top 10 list. Okay. She had her struggles.
The most, okay, so the of the 70s and 80s, I would say the most on the two women on the teenagers' walls in their rooms was Farrah Fawcett's famous bikini shot. It's out there.
The bathing suit, yeah.
Yeah, and then her as Princess Leia.
Fair, yeah.
From 77 through 84 or something like that. No, because Return of the Jedi came out in 83. So I would say through 85.
Jacqueline Smith. Wolf gets Carrie Fisher and Linda Blair mixed up.
What?
I'm
the girl from
The Exorcist.
Yeah. That's wild.
James, are you messing with? Is that true?
I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't hear about that. Not to say that. Oh man.
No way, Tony.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. All right, let's get into a case that Tony Stewart has never heard. Karen Reed.
Oh, I got something about this case. Away from the actual evidence.
Okay. Does it fall into one of the categories of notes I have?
Let me see really fast. Where is it? No. Wait. No, no, no. No, it's different than what you have.
All right, so let me start in on this. So the trial started April 1st, and what is meant by that is they are still in jury selection. That started this past Monday. 10 jurors have been selected. So it will resume next week in regards to selecting more jurors for this trial, because again, they're going to need alternates as well. In regards to the case, a whole bunch of other stuff happened this week. It's absolutely wild. So Judge Cannoni has been sued over the buffer zone. 4 people have sued her. She has issued a 200-foot buffer zone, which basically means that anybody who is there to either kind of show their support or protest.
Oh, Danny can't go no more.
Huh? What?
That means you can't show up anymore.
No, you can. There's people are still showing up.
Mm.
It's just further away. Is it injury selection or injury selection? Oh, Capone, for Christ's sakes. So in the lawsuit that has been brought against Judge Cannoni for issuing that buffer zone, they are declaring that the buffer zone is unconstitutional and is a constraint on free speech and an injunction. They're also suing for the legal fees. So, okay, quote, buffer zones that overzealously prohibit all First Amendment activity are almost always unconstitutional, and this one is no different. Mark Trammell, a lawyer for the plaintiffs, have said the Karen Read trial continues to inspire passionate public debate, and citizens must be allowed to protest peacefully outside their own courthouse, end quote. So a Philadelphia area defense attorney, David Gelman, who's following this case, has basically said, in his opinion, that this lawsuit is likely to fail. Quote, the judge is not saying they can't protest. The judge is saying they just can't protest at the courthouse. The reasons are legit too. It could sway a juror each day they enter and leave the building, end quote. I see both sides to it. I really do. I don't think the lawsuit's gonna stick, to be perfectly honest. But we'll see what comes of it. It just seems anything towards like the Karen Read side of things is not really sticking as of now. It really isn't. Sam Smith, welcome. I see you in the chat. Oh, thank you, Karen. Yes, that's my Selena. So there is more, though. There is more. Another thing is that Karen Read and her defense have filed an appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court this week. As a reminder, they filed to the state. That was denied. They filed to the federal Supreme Court. That was denied. And now they are bringing it all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court in regards to counts 1 and 3. The few jurors that have come forward had said we were all in agreement, but basically it wasn't clear that they were allowed to say we have reached a decision on 2 of the counts. So I don't think it's going to get tossed. I don't even think the U.S. Supreme Court takes very little cases. They don't take many. I don't see them taking this. And if they did, I don't see it sticking, to be honest. But what do you think?
It's too controversial for that.
Yeah.
I don't
and where the trial starts now. Like, why? It's timing too.
Especially after the audit.
We're going to talk about the audit.
Especially after the audit, yeah.
That's like the news of the week, but I kind of wanted to get through the other stuff first. Beckham, you said you wanted to talk about something as well. Was it related to the audit?
No, the only thing I was going to talk about is that it's starting to hit other media outlets in the sense of the sports realm. Now you have major sports beat writers from Boston that like have influence to the, of course, in sports doing, whether they're on podcasts or writing, mainly podcasts, talking about their own opinion about the case. So you're having it really being talked about now during like sport podcasts now. Bringing up, hey, by the way, there's a panel like 5 guys or 3 guys, and 2 of them are major writers and the other ones are athletes or whatnot. Now they're talking about the Karen Reed case, and they all each know what's going on, and they all each give their own opinion about it. So now it's starting to really reach out. When you're talking, it reaches into the sports realm. Like that's something that has become a thing, and this case has now become a thing, like more than so, because now you're reaching the sports. You're reaching you've reached sports, you've reached it. So
Damn.
and of course, so some of the guys, it's just funny to hear the opinions because they're like they don't know everything, but what they've just heard, but enough to have an opinion about it,
Mhm.
and it's just kind of funny to hear what their opinions are and what they think about what's out there, and where they stand on different things. Like I said, they're sports, they're into sports and sports writers, so it's a little bit different perspective, right? Um,
Mhm.
but a very educated perspective, but still a perspective on the case and how it's really pushing out there now. It's out there. This thing is going to go. Once it starts, once they get the jury ready, picked out, and it starts whenever that date is, whatever that date is, soon to be. It's going to be out there. It's going to be talked about, and it's going to be written about, and it's going to be really out there. So that's what I was just going
Mhm.
to give you because I know you're not a sports person, but it has now gone into that world, or it has
Yeah.
touched that world, that realm. Yep. So,
Damn. No, I didn't know that. Yeah,
yep.
it's because I'm not watching or listening to sports. Let's be
Right.
honest.
Well, I get you, but yeah, but and people might say, man, I mean, right now you're not. There's baseball has just started, basketball is kind of doing their thing. Of course, that playoffs are not for another couple months there. NFL hasn't. The NFL, there's no football right now, so I mean, but still, it's being talked about in the sports realm. So it's still a thing.
Damn. No, I just everybody's into sports but me. I'm the lone one, and I fully get that.
And I
It's
know,
just
and
not
I'm
for
sorry,
me.
I meant to save the name. I know who the guy is. I just don't have the name right in front of me. And in a couple of
No, it's
sports
fine.
shows, but the guy is a major beat writer, or was in Boston, and now is in LA. So he really reaches both markets. And the
Mhm.
Boston market, of course, it's a popular market because you have the Celtics, you have the Red Sox, you have all these sports, the Patriots, and of course,
Mhm.
it's one of the big, sports markets, right? All these major
And the
sports,
Bruins.
yeah, right, right. All the sports franchises there have won, and of course, you have the LA market as one of the top sports markets too. So you're talking, this guy has reach in both markets and is talking about it. And of course, the people he's talking to about it know about it enough to have a conversation about it. So that
Mhm.
it's out there, and it's being pushed, and it's being talked about. So I thought you might find that interesting.
Yes, thank you. Okay, for the record, Tony Stewart, I have been to plenty of Red Sox games. I've been to Celtics games. I've been to plenty of Bruins games. I've never been to a Patriots game. I actually went to a Red Sox Yankees game with one of my best friends back in the day. She was like, "Hey, if I get tickets, do you want to go?" And I'm like, "Sure." And we went and had a blast.
I'm
But
pretty sure it's fun going. I mean, you get good food and
I
stuff,
mean,
and yeah,
Boston sports crowds are like unlike any other.
right.
So it's
They
an
have they're a
experience.
sports market. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. K Dog, I see you in the chat. You are very much familiar with what this audit was about. And yeah, let's talk about it. Cause wow. So for those of you who are wondering what the audit is that we're talking about, so the Canton Police Department, there was an audit that was done on how basically the handling of this case. And that report just came out this week. It was a 206-page report. So the audit, like, for those of you who think, like, gee, is there a cover up in this case? I'm just going to say it simply. This audit report is bullshit. It is like blows my mind that this report, like, I'm like, am I the only one like functioning here on a normal level, seeing this and reading this? All right, okay. Calm down. So the audit expressed concern about how Canton police handled evidence collection and witness interviews early on in this investigation. They specifically noted the department's use of the plastic red Solo cups and a paper grocery bag from Stop and Shop to collect blood-soaked snow from the scene. Karen Reed's defense team has also raised questions about the documentation in the chain of custody, given investigators they found the Trooper Proctor found the additional pieces of her broken taillight outside 34 Fairview Road as the snow melted. And let me just say it again. The crime scene was not secured. And that was they were not hiding that. They said that right away in the first trial. They did not secure that scene for 10 hours. I'll repeat that, 10 hours. They left that scene unattended. Hey Tish, welcome. So among the audit's other findings was that Canton police who responded to 34 Fairview Road were not properly equipped with crime scene gear like evidence bags, collection kits, or a digital camera. They responded to a murder. I don't understand here. Canton police used their personal phones to photograph and video evidence collection at the scene. Officers took no photos of Officer John O'Keefe where he lay in the snow before first responders rushed him away in an ambulance. Witnesses Jennifer McCabe and Carrie Roberts, who were with Karen Reed when they found Officer John O'Keefe, should have been interviewed at the Canton Police Department after John O'Keefe was taken to the hospital, and their interviews should have been recorded. As we know, that was not done. Homeowners Nicole and Brian Albert should have been interviewed at the police station, and both Canton and Massachusetts State Police failed to maintain a presence at 34 Fairview Road to ensure the crime scene's integrity throughout the day. I'm sorry, but that wording of maintain a presence, really just really minimizes, no, just say left the crime scene unsecure. So, quote, it is important. So the auditor said, this is their quote, it's important to acknowledge that despite the challenging blizzard conditions and the delayed response from the MSP, the Canton PD officers made an effort to uncover and protect evidence. The innovative use of a leaf blower to systematically search through the snow-covered crime scene was instrumental in uncovering evidence near Mr. O'Keefe's body, end quote. Before we continue, because, oh Lord, there's more.
It's confusing to me. I don't know. It's just one of those, the audit did say basically that, hey, the procedures were not done correctly. All that, they listed the errors in the investigation. But like you said, when you said that, it pretty much states that they're, I'm pretty sure you're going to get to the next point. But yeah, it's pretty much you're going over all the inconsistencies. What do you want to put it? How you want to, a messed up investigative job by their lead investigator.
This was a death of one of their own. It was a fellow.
Just like there's a spit locker room, man. Like we.
No, I know.
In sports, you have cliques. And I think I don't think. I want to. One of the things that I wish they would get to the bottom of is what prompted him to go in the house. Was he really good friends with somebody there?
They were invited. They were all at the bar drinking.
So did they invite? Okay, so were they in? I get it, but were they invited because of what's the ATF guy's name? Higgins, is that his name?
Yeah, Brian Higgins.
Was it because Higgins was kind of flirting with Reed, and that's why they're like, hey, we'll get him over here. We'll get them over here so you can kind of flirt with her. Yeah, I don't know, because I can't see the I always forget his name, deceased.
Officer John O'Keefe.
I can't see him going there unless he really knew them. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, these were supposedly his friends.
Yeah, but like how close? I don't think they were.
That's a very good question.
That's what I'm wondering, right? Because I don't see him going.
Everybody was drunk. So when this whole, oh my God, Karen Reed, everybody was drunk in drunk driving.
Yeah.
It's horrific. It is what it is.
That is true. That's true. Everybody drove around like,
Yeah, in
hey,
a
let's just
freaking blizzard.
we're in law enforcement and we're gonna drive drunk.
Yeah, pretty much. But it was one of those Brian Albert and Nicole Albert, the homeowners of 34 View. It was like, let's keep the party going if people want to come back to our house. So it was like this open invitation to come back. That was the reason for it. So that's what's being brought up in court, at least. So, all right, there's more, but let's see where you guys are in the chat with this.
I think it was all set up, man. I think it was set up from the get-go.
Interesting. Let's
Capone, maybe you're right. I don't know, but I don't know, man. Maybe he wanted to make friends. Maybe he wanted to make better friends. Maybe he knew them and he thought Mike going there would be, I don't know. It just doesn't it doesn't add up to me.
James Watson, I took a restraining order when Danny came to BC. Screw you. So they went to a neighbor's house to get the cups instead of going to the house where the body was to get something to put evidence in. Or how hard is it to call the station and say, hey, this would, I get arriving to a scene and then oh shit, this is more than then you call someone to come for backup and bring what you need. Blows my mind that all these Canton police officers, Matt State police officers, like, oh, we don't have.
It makes no sense. Nothing does. Nothing makes sense in this case, man. Nothing does.
Wasn't it O'Keefe's
timelines,
idea?
Danny? The worst of it is of these timelines. That's the worst. You know what I'm talking about? The text messaging, all the timelines don't make sense, and that's the worst of it.
Capone, that John wanted to go, and then Karen didn't want to. Hence why when she got back to his place, she left him all those raging voicemails of like, get back here, that. I mean, we've all heard the messages, but it just, so to go off of what Beckham is saying, it's one of those like, yes, they didn't do it right, but they did nothing wrong, like type of report. And it's like,
you talking about the audit?
Yeah, the audit report.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, they did everything wrong, but they didn't do anything wrong.
They don't want to. They want to just get it. It's so bad. The audit just reads like, "Hey, look, they didn't do their job. That's it. We're out of here." They're like, we don't want to do nothing.
Say that they didn't do their job. Let's put
it
in a very pretty bow and be like, you didn't do it, but we're gonna say you did. Get more training. Like that's really
that's kind of I can see that from the administrative side. Hey, with more training, with better, I don't know.
I mean,
with better influence. They didn't say with better leadership. No, don't touch leadership.
Someone had to take the fall.
Don't touch and that was Proctor. Well, we talked about that 5 months ago. Proctor was going to be the fall, and he was. Remember, I kept telling you who was his boss. Whose boss was that guy's boss, and so on. But did the audit touch? Did the audit touch leadership?
No.
I know this stuff because I deal with this. So leadership was not mentioned at all.
Good point, Beckham.
But they did talk about training. But where's the leadership part of it?
So before we get to the next part of this, the fact that it's like, it almost sounds like.
I can picture Proctor and Higgins walking around at Benny Hill.
God.
I don't know how it goes, but you know what I mean.
But it's one of those, it blows my mind that the report makes it seem like, oh my God, they weren't properly equipped with this stuff. Okay, so then you call your office, your station.
Dude, no, this is a murder investigation. This isn't just a traffic citation. This is a murder. Even if it was a traffic citation and there was a possible drinking and driving incident, that's a big deal. You stop everything and you get everybody out of bed to get this processed, right? You get everybody out of bed. I don't care how cold it is. Now you're talking about a murder investigation. You get the mayor out of bed.
Because
I'm right. Not literally, but you know
Proctor, who was leading the investigation, said right away he formed the opinion that Karen Reed was responsible for this murder.
You can't.
So,
There's an investigation that takes place. You can't unless you catch her doing it red-handed. Then of
mhm,
course you can arrest her and charge her right. But that didn't
mhm.
happen. It's an investigation.
So with that being said, Beckham, like you just said, so if they're going to go the route with where it's a murder, okay, so you don't have your department bring you the proper like one you leave it on the scene unattended for 10 hours. It wasn't like I need to rush back to the to the um
I'm
to the
sorry.
office to
It's like
get
the
the
mayor.
supplies
You
I
get the
need.
commissioner. You get the commissioner and the mayor out of bed.
Mm-hmm. And
Well, at
yeah,
least you might not get the mayor out of bed, but you get the commissioner out of bed, and you call the mayor at 7 o'clock in the morning. We have a team on team possible murder here, if you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Before that man gets his first cup of coffee, he is to know what happened the night before.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. So again, Canton police officers were not properly equipped with evidence bags, collection kits, or digital camera, had to use their personal phones. Took no photos of Officer O'Keefe, and the leaf blower was, quote, innovative. Blows my mind. It blew away evidence. All right, let's continue. So the the impartial company that did this audit was called Five Stones. So Five Stones also concurred with the Canton Police Department. Here we go. K-Dog, you said this earlier. That probable cause did not exist to obtain a search warrant for 34 Fairview Road, given officers had no information at the time to suggest John O'Keefe ever entered that home. Reminder, he was dead on he was deceased.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to
There's a
laugh. I'm
there's
sorry,
a
but that is.
body on the lawn.
Yeah. I don't mean
And
to laugh, but the way you said it just made me laugh.
it's so infuriating. If that think about it, who's the homeowner? It was a fellow cop
Right.
and his wife.
The whole family, everybody, best friends, family, they're all
If that was
cops.
you or me, and there was a body on my front lawn or your front lawn, you better believe the police are coming in here. They would have a warrant before I even woke
Oh, they
up.
would just have probable cause. They don't need. I mean,
Yes. So to be like to justify that
that night
no
on the
probable
scene.
cause didn't exist.
I'm talking about the night of like it's if the murder just happened. You're gonna have access to the property.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nope. Nope. I understand. Okay, I don't understand the homeowners not wanting to come out. That's their friend who's dead on their lawn, which is
I would be like, hey man, maybe there's a killer on the loose. Go look around, or let me come help you. I mean,
act concerned for your
I'm a
friend.
cop.
So
I'm a police officer. I have just as much. I can just go get my weapon just because it's dark. I mean, I'll join you outside in the backyard. Like, if that was the case, okay, what happened? There's somebody on the loose or whatever, right? Like, go search. That's the part. That doesn't make any sense.
yeah. Like it just blows my mind how it's like, you know what? Let's not knock on the door and be like, there's an issue. There's somebody
You
who was
are a
on your
law
property
enforcement
deceased.
officer. You have
Let's have you come
right.
down to the station just to give a form, just to, something. No, that never happened. And remember, Jennifer McCabe, we haven't talked about this in a while, but Jennifer McCabe went to Trooper Proctor's house to talk with his wife
I
because
didn't know.
she
I might not have known. I might have got into it
yeah,
late.
that was a
Before I was
while
after the.
ago, and
Yeah, I
it was
didn't know
one of
that.
those like,
So
oh,
wait,
he
she went what? So
understood.
she talked to his wife?
Yeah, she's
How
saying,
far? How long after or when?
oh,
Like the week of? Like a few days afterwards?
I can't remember, but that was completely inappropriate. And then
Right.
it's one of those, well, yeah, he was there, but he wasn't listening. He was just, he was in the, I'm totally, if I'm
Right.
missing a main
Yeah, I
detail, my
got you.
apologies. But it was one of those, yes, he was there, but he wasn't listening. But if he was in the other room, he may have overheard. And it's just, I just wanted to talk with her because, of what we went through and I'm being harassed and blah, blah, blah. That's inappropriate for you to go to the lead investigators. Like, blows my mind. Blows my mind. So, yes, police. Okay, K-Dog's agreeing with you. What is this? Great point, Beckham. As far as they knew, someone could be hiding out somewhere.
They're all law enforcement officers. They have they can have the they can arrest. They have weapons.
But they're all friends,
I don't know.
except for with John O'Keefe, clearly.
I just don't think they were as close as they're like. I'm. Why did he go into the house?
I don't think John O'Keefe knew he wasn't as close with them. I don't think he knew the friendship wasn't
I
going both
honestly
ways.
think there was a plan to get, and this is just me, just kind of feeling it out, just from what I've seen Higgins talk about Reed and they're sharing and stuff. I don't know, man. Maybe Higgins had this idea, bring her over, you guys distract him. I'm gonna hit on her. I'm gonna make out with her in the corner. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? But and maybe she just like no, she decided not to, and then whatever. I'm just saying. I don't think that was planned. I just think that Higgins probably had that in his back of his mind. Hey, let's go have a post party so I can keep hitting on her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know, something like that.
Because the
And then a fight, and then something happened. A fight happened. That's what I think happened. Something argument happened. Yeah, and then something went down. And I want to say it was over a girl. What else would have caused the fight?
Men being drunk.
No. It's gonna have to be something jealous, something like no. Did they have a pool? Did they have maybe where they were playing pool or something like? Were they doing poker? Were they doing maybe over a game? But I don't. What was happening in the house? What were they doing?
Good question.
We don't. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like it would something would have caused.
We are never going to know.
Something would have had to have caused two egos to get upset with each other and then cause a conflict.
Mm-hmm. Well, remember Colin Albert.
Games. Well, either it was over a game, over some dispute or disagreement, or a girl. I don't know, one of the following. But if you're talking about they're that good of friends, like you're not gonna fight over. If you're talking about really good friends, they're not gonna just fight over that stuff because you're like 40. You all are 40 years plus years old. You're not gonna just now a woman. And they're not very good friends. They're just like, whatever. I kind of know who you are a little bit. We've had some drinks, but over a woman, oh yeah, definitely two egos. Come on, dude.
The sad thing is, at the end of the day, we're never going to know what really happened to Officer Jones.
That's true. Unless somebody talks, unless they do charge somebody, that's an option. That could happen. I heard that. I heard that this week. I heard that early on this week. If they can impose on the defense is gonna try that. They're gonna do that. They're gonna name 3 suspects. Right. And it's up to the judge to say, hey, we're gonna look at all 3 if they impose, yes.
At the end of the day, if Karen, which Karen should walk, she should. Legally, she should. There's so much reasonable doubt.
Right.
There will be no charges brought against anybody else. Mark my words.
Okay, yeah, there you go. There was one of the younger
Colin Albert was that's one of the people.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That he was
like, I've never been in a fight, but then the defense had video. Like video and audio of him like threatening people. There's photos of him a week after.
Oh yeah, his hands
are all fucked up.
So I think So I don't know, man. I just think maybe he looked at him wrong and then he pissed him off. I don't know. And then they got into a fight. But I think a fight happened. I think a fight happened in there and they 100%. Beat him up. And they maybe he was concussed or something and he died in the cold. I don't know.
So the testimony from Colin Albert, if y'all didn't see it, it's definitely worth a watch. The day I went and stood outside the courthouse was the day Colin Albert was on the stand.
Tony Stewart, what did Karen do? I think he's just jiving you.
Tony Stewart, he's just a troublemaker.
I think he's just jiving you.
But like Colin Albert was just like, he was dressed very preppy, very like, oh, I don't understand the question. No, I don't like to fight. No, and it's like, well, wait a minute.
Yeah, his knuckles are all cut up.
No, he was full of shit. let's see. What else about the audit? All right.
Oh
A
well,
few more points.
the audit just they just say that they don't think, and there was another. It could the thing that ruins the audit. Forget the whole hey you messed up the case, but you didn't. You just need training. Forget that part. To me, the most damaging thing from the audit was that they suggest that there was no other person that could have killed him. That's what got me. And I
Yep.
think the reason they did that was because they want to stay away from this mess, as
Mm-hmm.
far away from it,
They're covering for the Canton Police Department. That's what it is. They're
or
covering.
whatever, right?
So what Beckham's referring to, so 3 more points, and that's one of
Oh,
them.
I'm sorry.
No, no, no,
I
that's
thought you
fine.
were
That's totally
like
fine.
anything else, and I was like, whoa, that's the one. That was the
No,
kicker.
that's fine. So the audit did determine that there was, quote, incomplete, end quote, coordination regarding the videos the Canton police had of Karen Reed's SUV. Again, we've talked about the Sally Port videos where jurors were in the first trial were shown video of the vehicle at the station's Sally Port garage, and then it was flipped. So the timestamp was flipped. It was, yeah. So the company that did the audit, Five Stones, reported to the camera in question that it, quote, records abnormally in a mirrored fashion, end quote, and said this issue is documented in 3 of the town's other cameras and not isolated to the police department. But the problem with that, okay, let me add. The problem with that is Five Stones independent audit investigation company is the state tried to present it as this was the video, when in reality they had to flip it and doctor it so that it then looked cohesive. And then they took bits and pieces and got rid of the original.
Like the Zapruder film.
So, like, come on. So let's carry on. 2 more points. So Five Stones reported, quote, policy and procedure failures, end quote, stemming from officers' crime scene processing. Auditors said, quote, they found no evidence supporting claims that any Canton PD officers tampered with evidence located at the 34 Fairview crime scene, end quote. Because they left it unattended. Further, they say, and this is what Beckham was saying, quote, our team has not discovered any information that would indicate that any actions by the Canton PD officers or detectives were a part of a conspiracy to frame any individual for the murder of Mr. O'Keefe, end quote.
They're just, Jesus, dude.
This report was in like a slap in the face. I know Beckham said they didn't really talk about like Proctor and the way it was kind of handled on that end. Like them saying they reported policy and procedure failures, like started to like dip the toes into that water, but then it backed right up and said, but no evidence that any officers tampered with evidence.
Basically saying everybody but Karen is innocent.
Mm-hmm.
Or,
But notice that it didn't say, okay, things were like, remember Trooper Proctor putting the wrong time on things over and over and over again?
Yeah, so they wouldn't be valid.
Not one mention.
That's crazy to me. You're putting your livelihood on the line. See, there had to have been something else, something so drastic and dramatic that he would be willing to put his livelihood on the line, and he did.
Protect his friend.
And he got fired for it.
Protect his friend.
But I always hear that they could rehire him or something based on I don't know, another lawyer.
He's trying to fight this.
Huh?
You know what it is? I think they thought this would be an easy pin. Pin it on her.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
We'll walk away. No one will be none the wiser. And then Turtle Boy came around and put people, Turtle Boy, you either love him or hate him. He is responsible for the Free Karen Reed movement. He's always been a back the blue person. And he looked at this and said, this isn't right. And the more he looked at it, was like, oh, this is, yeah. And I don't think that the Canton Police Department, the Mass State Police Department, anybody who touched this case and didn't do it, okay, let me put it this way. who purposely didn't do it right, or thought we'll just cut corners, or thought, hey, let's cover our friend's ass here so that he doesn't get in trouble, when in reality we know he's responsible. None of them saw Turtle Boy coming in making this a not only statewide story, a nationwide story, a worldwide story.
And now it's
It
now it touches the sports realm. Have you ever heard of the guy Bill Simmons?
No.
He's a major writer for Boston, or it was in Boston now, but now he's actually in Los Angeles, and now he still reaches both coasts, literally coast to coast. But yeah, that's the guy I was talking about. But yeah, but you're right. This thing has really skyrocketed out of orbit now. It's probably like reaching out radio waves in space.
Aliens are like, Karen
Reed.
Yeah,
yeah, right, exactly. Karen Reed.
and look at where this is now. Cases that Trooper Proctor touched.
Yeah.
Those are all like Brian Walsh, who's going to be standing trial for the murder of his wife, Anna Walsh. When that is it's clear. Is there a chance he could get off because Trooper Proctor handled that case? It's just wild. So, all right, everybody, again, this just started this week with jury selection. They still need to find more jurors. They've picked 10 already. 10 have been seated, and they're still doing jury selection going into next week. So the trial could start next week. It could start the week after. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. Right. Oh, man. I can't wait for this sucker to start.
Mm-hmm.
I want Higgins. I want Higgins back on there. I want Higgins back on the spot. That dude cannot.
He's on the witness list.
I know that guy cannot lie for the best of him, dude.
The defense put Trooper Proctor.
Yeah.
The state did.
It's gonna be a thing, man. I can't. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he is going to. Oh, Bukkake's on the list to be called. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's only gonna get better.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that tune.
You know who's not on the witness list, though?
Who?
Is Caitlin Albert, who is the daughter. So she was one of the Alberts who testified that when her boyfriend picked her up, there was nobody.
There was nobody there. Yeah.
There was nobody.
Of course she's not going to. Yeah, because she's going to be like,
of course they don't want to call her again.
I didn't see nothing there.
Yeah, that did not help the state. And then the boyfriend didn't see anything either. And then they tried to, they were like, it was, I was looking down. But I'm sorry, but when you drive, your eyes are on the road and it's a blizzard. So you're keeping at that time, the stories don't jive. They just don't.
Was Kohlberger in the premise? Did Kohlberger just sell pen near the area?
He was not in this area. Lord, no. Beckham.
Wait, who's the one who thinks he's innocent? Is that Wolf? Is he still in it?
And others. Capone is always questioned.
Oh, Capone. Are you questioning Kohlberger's?
Yeah, there's quite a few people that I'm not trying to promote, but when I'm about probably. So yeah, that is that. It's funny because my coworkers and my boss are like, when are you going to stand outside the courthouse for the camera? Because I'm like, I already said I am taking a vacation day and I'm going to stand outside the courthouse like I did last time. Just to be there and it's different and it's real. And I like to take a step back and see everything in all sides, because how it's portrayed on TV, when I went, it was not like that. So that in itself was very interesting, but we'll see. Any other true crime stuff that we missed, Beckham? I think we kind of covered it.
Yeah.
Except for the story of people being very inquisitive about your electric in your place.
What do you mean?
I actually had somebody, not gonna lie, someone message me about there's always a candle. Does he not put the electricity on? I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen it on, to be perfect.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm telling you now that we had to return to the office, like
Did your
my
bill
my
go from like $5 down
dude,
to one?
it went it was like I didn't know it was costing me that much like for electricity to work from home, but I guess it does. You have everything on. I think it was costing me like an extra $25-$30. It's a lot.
Mm, mm. Well, you know what? I would contribute to the Beckham fund. I would contribute to the Beckham electricity fund. I definitely would. People should be
The
contributing to that
show,
as opposed to
literally,
Luigi
it's the
Mangione.
show called Danny in the Dark, or what? Yeah,
Well,
and
early
like,
on, remember I used to
hello.
do my
Oh,
shows.
you used to do your show in the dark, didn't you?
I just had a very small ring light and candles in the back. Yeah, for
Yeah.
a long time. Yeah. And then I transitioned out of that. Yeah. It's called
Have
growth
I always
over
been in the
time.
dark? I don't
No.
remember. I used to have
No.
like a light on, like normal,
Yeah, you
with the
were.
podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Didn't we used to do some day shows?
No, we used to do like 3 nights a week.
Yeah, we were doing
Remember
three
that?
nights a week, man. Yeah, that was a lot.
I look back, I'm like, how the hell did we do
I
that?
don't know how we did 3 nights a week, but we did
We did that for a
for a
long
long
time.
time, for like almost a year, for months. I mean, we did it for a while.
I mean, working from home helped because
Well,
that
yeah,
saved
because
time on
it was
commute.
you didn't have the stress of having to drive anywhere to work and whatever.
Mhm.
It's a lot less
Yeah.
stress.
And then no, it was Paul that would do the morning shows and like,
That's right, because I would wake up and I'd be getting ready for work,
mhm.
or getting up to log in for work, and he would already be doing stuff. He was already doing his morning show.
I would
Hey,
be driving to work and I'd
yeah,
get the
you would be driving.
notification, the
Yeah,
Paulcast is live, and I'm like, oh no, oh no.
you're like
Because
Paul. You're like, what are you talking about? Don't say anything crazy. You're always trying to mute him. You were like, you need to get
I
off of.
tried because I knew he would be
Oh,
like,
because
oh
that's in that time when we were always defending ourselves. That's what it was. We were being attacked all the time.
yeah, for people who are not that don't go back as far back with me, Beckham
Yeah,
and
we were.
Paul.
Yeah, that's what it was. We were always getting attacked because we were the new people on the Manson stuff,
There's
uh,
just people
and people
online
were
are
just
just being
attacking, and
very.
Paul would get up and like just say stuff, or yeah, that, and then that's when you were like, oh my God, don't get a wait. You at least wait till I can hear what you're gonna say.
Yeah, because I mean,
Dude,
yeah,
it'd be like 6 in the morning.
because he
Like
was
it would
three
it
hours
would be like
behind
4 in the morning
on the
for
West
him.
Coast.
Yeah, for him, you weren't at work yet because it was 7 for you.
Yeah, so it would literally be 4 a.m. for him, and I get the notification
Right,
that he was live,
right.
and I'm like, oh no.
Yes, and the 4 o'clock rate and the 4 o'clock in the morning range. And I would like, what the hell? Like,
You'd come in all like, ha ha, how's it going? And I'm just like, oh my God, Paul, don't say something stupid. Oh my God, oh my God. Because how he handles people attacking the channel and stuff is not how I handle it. So yeah, it was, which to each their own, I'm not saying that his way was wrong and mine was right. It just different. But yeah, I'm like, oh my God, Paul, don't give people ammo. But those were the 3 nights a week. Yeah, we got some.
that's the time where he got me to buy that book.
You know what's funny? Auntie Mimi would be in his chat in the morning, and she'd be like,
Oh yeah.
Paul, play this song. Because Paul would play music. He'd be like, hey, does anybody have any song requests? I'll play music. And Auntie Mimi would be like, Paul, play this song. And like, that's when Mimi and him, like Auntie Mimi and him started like talking. It's just so funny that Auntie Mimi has adopted you boys. People are talking about our time back then. Let's see what they're saying. Can we talk about Danny's cats? Danny used to have shrine time. Oh my God,
Beckham After
Paul's
Dark.
shrine. Beckham After Dark. Danny is Danny After Dark, and Beckham and Paul, they're ones in dimly lit rooms. Here it's always bright. Well, yeah. Now I have like a cool background. You guys changed places. That was That was the much missed Paul before dawn show. You
It
call it
was, dude. It
much
was
missed? I can't
crazy. He
even
would
say
be
it right.
on. It would be like 6 in the morning, like
For
crazy.
you.
Yeah. Well, for you it was like 7,
Yeah,
but
for me it was 7.
yeah. I wouldn't be up. I'd probably like I'd be getting up to use the restroom or something and be like, "Holy, Paul's on? What the hell?"
I'd literally be driving and it would notification. But like, and Paul would go on with like, because he has like those curly hair. He'd look a hot mess. Didn't care. He didn't care. Tony Stewart, I miss those morning shows. We don't. We don't. I remember Danny would chime in once in a while. Well, yeah, because either I was driving or then I was getting to work
Right.
and couldn't
Yeah.
listen because I was.
But you were mostly worried what he was gonna say
Mhm.
because you were gonna do like what's it called when you have to like what's that called when you protect the whatever like control
Uh, well, I wish I could
asset
control.
control or I don't know what it's called. You
Oh
know what I'm talking.
God, what's it
Yeah,
called?
that's what you were doing. You were worried he was gonna say something crazy
When oh God, what's the word? Somebody in the chat help me. When
like asset control, but it's more on
damage
the
control. We would have
damage
to be
control.
damage control.
That's what you were worried about. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were always like, oh my God, wait. You were like, you should run this by me before you go online.
Mhm. Mhm. Oh my gosh. I felt more like a mom at that point. I'm
You're
the
like,
youngest
stop it.
between
You'd be like,
I love this
stop it.
chat. Just general chat right now. I'm the youngest between Paul and Beckham and me. And I felt like Paul, I'm like, Paul, no, don't do this. Paul, don't say that. Paul, don't. And
You were
now I
totally
have
doing
to
damage
mom
control.
you, being like, Beckham, be on time. There's a show. Beckham. Oh, you boys. You put me, oh. One of these days, I'm going to write a tell-all book. This is Danny After Dark, the behind the scenes of working with Paul and Beckham. It'll be a bestseller, instant bestseller. Let's
Thank
see.
God I stopped telling my secrets.
Oh, yours were all on camera. Oh, quite good, quite good. I don't understand why people freak out over different takes. Yeah, K Dog, it's one of those things where like,
Oh, yeah, we were new to it. And like Danny has seen it happen to some of her friends that have channels that
mhm.
they get attacked by people that just I honestly still don't understand why you would waste energy and like if you have a different opinion about something about somebody else's stuff, but it's a waste of energy. It's not even
It
worth it.
really
But
is.
it happens and it happens a lot. And if you think it's like we seen it bad, it's gotten really bad in the Star Wars world, man. Like I'm talking like suing and all kinds. Yeah, like all kinds of stuff. So it happens. I don't know. I don't know why, but people waste their energy on it.
It's one of those, there's millions and millions and there's so many different YouTube channels or podcasts and TV shows and any type of entertainment thing you want. And if you don't like one, don't
Just
watch it.
go to something else. Just go
Go
to
to
another
something.
one. Yeah, just go to
It
another one. Right?
sounds simple, but no,
No.
no. But yeah, it's happened
And we
before we
and
ever
we were
came
just
on YouTube.
we were new to it. We had no
Mhm.
idea what was well, and we were like getting attacked some, and it was just like oh. And
Yeah.
then at first you're like, why would somebody attack me? What did I like? You take it, and then of course you do what's normal. You're like you get upset. I was gonna admit it. You get upset and you attack back because that's the natural thing to do, right? I mean
Mm.
you defend yourself, and then that causes more kind of havoc, and then it's a circle of just craziness, right? It's a cycle of craziness until you can literally say, "Look, I'm not even going to stoop to your level anymore. This is so dumb. Like we're all like over 30, and this is stupid. Like we're not like just young adults. We're like
Like this
adults.
isn't middle
Like
school.
no, or even a young adult, even like college age. Like this is so dumb. Like,
Mhm.
and you realize that, and then you just like it just bounces off, and you don't care about it anymore. You just like whatever. But
Yeah.
it's shocking when it's new to you. Like when it happens to you,
What
because you
happened?
don't think you're doing anything wrong, and you're like, why? What did I say? What did I do? What was the difference? It was just a difference of opinion, or a different outlook on something, and it's just like so childish and ridiculous, and you're like, what did I do? And again, you go back, you revert back to defending yourself, and eventually you're just like, man, it doesn't really matter. It's not real life. it's just for entertainment purposes or a hobby, and you just
Mhm.
move on.
Yeah. Well, I love how the ratings went down. The viewings went down.
Oh,
Since
yeah.
we started talking about this, that's funny. Yeah, it's look at James Watson. I never attacked the channel. I attacked him, as in Paul. James Watson, I support that. But Flay Gojira. Yeah, it's just
Yeah, it's
that's
crazy,
how
K-Dog.
YouTube was before we joined. And that's how it was when we were on. And that's how it will continue to be for other content creators. It's just
You just kind of
it's
learn to just kind of get over it and
yeah.
like whatever.
You've never told Paul to keep it out of his mouth, James.
Rent boy stuff.
Micromanage. Oh my god, I've had to micromanage both of these guys, but it was y'all know how I am timing wise. Like I'm 9 o'clock on the dot, hit that live button, and like Paul and Beckham are just like, let's casually breeze in and start 5 minutes late. I'm like, you guys, time
I
to
know
start.
she freaks out, man. It's like, dude, let's just like we just chill in, dude. Don't worry.
Oh, behind the scenes, and like I'd like
The
yell
audience
at
is
them.
waiting. The audience is waiting. Don't worry about it,
I
Danny.
love how I'd be like yelling at you guys, and then like Paul would hit the live, and then it's like, smile. Because I was so mad we were starting late. Oh, those were the good old days. Danny, you went from 17 to 18 last October. Ha ha, funny. Tish, were you looking for the word sense? Yes. How long have you been doing this? Well, me, Paul, and Beckham started the Paulcast in
2021.
yeah,
4 years
early
ago.
2021. What,
Four,
January or February
like
2021?
yeah, it's 4 years ago.
And then I started Danny After Dark, I think
That summer, I
later
think.
that
Right, wasn't it?
summer, which was good because by the time I started Danny After Dark, I'd already been doing YouTube. So,
Hey man, this helps. I honestly, this helps me run meeting. If I have to run a meeting, it's like this almost similar. So it helps me like it's helped me. It's actually helped me kind of get over like meeting straight, a stage fright or whatever. I don't know.
so when you get a bonus at work, you should share some with me because I'm helping you.
Yeah, kind of are.
You get attacked for something you didn't even say. You get attacked just for waking up and breathing and coexisting. Danny, does that t-shirt say tattoos are trash? It says tattoos are trashy. It's like one of the new trends right now. There's like, it says it on the back too. It's like where people who are like
No,
covered in ink
but
are wearing these as kind of like a haha. I have tons of tattoos. So yeah, but
dude,
I
no,
finally got myself one. What,
James,
Beckham?
no, James is this James with the account. I'm like, no, but I sometimes get the urge to say, "This is the Beckham show." Like I just want to go into the radio voice during the work meeting. It's like,
Please don't. Yeah, no, I love tattoos. Love them. Yeah, I'm just
dude,
gonna
one
ignore
time,
this. I
hey,
can't.
dude, one time, seriously, like this was earlier this year. I had to host. I was hosting a meeting, leading a meeting, and I was talking like it was gonna be like 30 people, and like my team was first on the thing, right? They got in
Mm.
there. There was only like three of us, and I couldn't get something to post, and I forgot to mic myself, like mute myself, and I was like, I cussed. I was like, motherfucker, this piece of shit. And then one of the investigators heard me. He started laughing, but the whole. There was only like four of us on there. Like nobody heard, only them, and they thought it was funny, and they thought it was somebody else that was. They didn't think it was me that said it. They're like they thought it was somebody else on the team that did it. It
They
was
think you're
funny,
too
man.
innocent.
I forgot to mute myself. It was kind of funny.
I don't
I
think
still
I knew that story. And I know all Beckham stories, and I wish I didn't. Oh, that's funny. Um, yeah, no, I just wanted to, yeah, I commented on the shirt earlier just in case people were like, what? No, I'm a tattoo girl. I got like 15 or 16 or 17. I like lost count, and I have more in the works that will be happening. So I love tattoos. Love them.
you're gonna get more.
Oh, yeah. I have
Hmm.
like 4 of them in the works.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Anything like show related?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. So, okay. Basically, if you're asking if I'm getting the Mr. Beckham avatar, no, I am not.
Yeah, you should right on your shoulder, like right here,
Oh,
or your forearm. Like, what's that?
yeah,
It gives
that's
me
a
strength.
conversation starter. No. I think sometimes Danny is all business. Sometimes, all the time. It's 9:00. It's 11 where I am. When did I find you? Yeah, Capone. I don't know when you found us. It
Yeah, I
seems
don't
like
know.
you've always
It
been
doesn't
around.
seem like actually I don't think Capone found us just recently. Like, what I mean by recently, like a year or so.
Capone, was
I
that
think
when
it
we
was
were
more
doing?
2023 Capone. I think it was later than earlier.
Hmm.
I think Capone found us later than earlier.
You know, it's a good way to gauge how many shows a week were we doing on the Paulcast? Because we were
Because
doing 3,
we were
then
doing
we went to
two for a
2,
while too.
then we
We
went
went
to
from
1, then we
right.
went to like every other, and now we're on.
That's actually a good point. Like, how many shows were we doing? Because we did do like a lot. I mean, we
Mm.
did do 2 a week for a while.
And then, okay, we had that on the schedule, and then sometimes Paul would be like, "Do you guys want to go live?"
Oh yeah, and
Then
then we
we
would
should go
do it.
live. So
We would
sometimes
end
we
up
do
doing
live like
3.
more than 3 nights a week.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the good old
Yeah,
days.
because Paul would find some info and be like, "I want to talk about it right now. Are you guys available?" And we would just be getting going.
Meanwhile, I'm
We
3
would be,
hours ahead, and it's like
yeah.
10:30 at night, and
Oh
he's like,
yeah,
"You
and
wanna go
Danny's
live
like, "I'm
right
about
now?"
to go to sleep. I put my eyes away."
Stop it. I was talking about when you were promptly starting the show alone. I don't know if it was at 9 either. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I started 9 Eastern. Gotcha. Sorry. Paul has TTS and ETS. Okay, Capone says twice a week back then. Okay.
Yeah, it was probably 20. It might have been
20,
2022 then.
22. That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking. Yeah. Did anyone warning oh God, no, Paul does not have a Tesla, I'll tell you that.
No, he doesn't.
Putting the halfway through a meeting and Beckham is trying to put his avatar up so he can scratch himself. I remember Ask Paul Anything. No, it's been a while since I did an AMA Ask Me Anything on this channel. Yeah, I should do another one of those. I actually
Oh
well,
yeah, the Ask Me Anything. Those are fun when you want your audience to get to know you.
yeah, we should
Those are
do
fun.
another one. Because it's been a while and there's been like new people coming into the chat. Like some of you have been here, been like, Danny, oh my God, we know half this shit already. But no, it had to be 2022 because I still lived in Laramie. June will be 2 years in Vegas. Okay. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I think it was 2022 when we were doing 2.
Oh, gotcha. My mistake. Yeah, we should definitely do another Ask Me Anything. I know we've done some where it's like Ask Me Anything about us or Ask Me Anything true crime. We should just do like a random one and see whatever people want. And usually I've been able to get Paul on with us, but I think he's definitely summer break mode. So I don't know. I was actually thinking so I'll just talk with you guys. I was thinking of doing another live from the Cat Cafe sometime soon.
When's that? Well, you done it before? Oh, that's the one you did with Liz, right? Yeah,
Where
that's
we
right.
talked about our volunteering.
That
But
was
I'm
last
thinking
year or sometime last year,
was
wasn't
it
it?
last year?
Yeah, it had to have been because we're just April. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
when last year, but I don't know if I was in. I think I hadn't moved. I hadn't moved yet. I think I was still in Dallas.
Yeah, I'm gonna do another one from there. But maybe just talk
So
about
you're
something.
coming up on a year.
Which Cat Cafe? So for those who are more like Boston North Shore, there is the Kitty Cat Cafe and Lounge. It is in Peabody. They are affiliated with the shelter I volunteer at. So yeah, it's a cat cafe where all the cats are adoptable. And yeah, I did a live from there talking about my cat volunteering. And yeah, I think I'll do another one from there at some point soon. So, and it was cool because there's just like, at the time, was there like 8 or 9 cats that were there? And they're just like walking around in the back. So yeah, do a live outside of a courthouse. When I go for the Karen Reed trial, staying outside, yeah, I'll definitely be posting stuff too. Yeah, last time when I did the live, a few people were very generous and donated like through YouTube while I was on, and I donated that straight to the cat cafe, which was awesome. So I think I'll do something like that again, just like a chill thing where it's like,
Yeah,
hey,
that's
I'm
good.
here. But if
Well,
people
yeah.
want to donate, like I'll pass it right
Have the
on.
Liz with you.
I know.
Hey, you know what you guys could do? You guys could do the live from the cat, and y'all could go back and forth about the Karen Reed because you both disagree on. You guys are on 2 different sides of the spectrum on it. You
Yeah,
guys could have a discussion about it.
me and Liz,
The Karen Reed discussion.
Yeah, we disagree a bit on the Karen Reed trial. We're both from here, both from Mass, and we respectfully, we agree on a bunch of the stuff, a bunch of points, but then there's just somewhere she's like,
that would
based
be
on this, and I'm like,
something
based on this.
That would be something to tune in to.
Beckham, since it doesn't involve you and you wouldn't be on camera, would you actually tune in?
Yeah, because I want to see y'all like debate about it.
Beckham's just going to be there typing away, chick fight, chick fight. He's going to whip out the pillow.
I was
chick
literally
fight.
thinking that chick fight.
God. Oh man. What is this? You could temporarily get some lads to come on with you. You could rent boys.
You could rent boys.
This is Danny After Dark live on the street. What is your opinion on the case? Oh God, no. Interview pastor.
Danny, if you're going to be doing anything live, you need a microphone. Like a fake one. One of those.
What was that?
Nothing.
Beckham, you are just creating so many screen grab moments.
You need a fake microphone, or get one of the little ones. Like what's his name uses?
Oh, Auntie Deb.
Yeah, get one of those.
It with like the little plastic fingers that he. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's funny.
Love Auntie Deb. Subscribe to Auntie Deb's channel if you are not already. I know some
on
of
the
you
Karen Reed
in here are so good.
Especially with the Karen Reed stuff.
Oh my God. I am so excited for what Auntie Deb, what he's creating for
oh yeah, with the judge stuff, because he does
season 2, if you will, of the retrial. Yes. Oh, Tish knows what's up. Yeah. It's just, oh my God. Jimmy is just he is so talented and so funny.
Tony Stewart, Karen who?
Yeah, Tony's like, I've been here the whole time. We've never said Karen once.
What did she do? What did Karen do?
And I
don't know if he's trolling or he's like, what did she really do? Because she's innocent.
No. But that was a case where, again, I went into like thinking like, okay, the state has to have something against her. And I was waiting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't know. I didn't get into it yet, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was when I went to CrimeCon last year. In like the first, when you just meet people. You're just in line waiting for stuff and you meet people. And that was one of those like, oh, hey, where are you from? Are you from here? And, oh, I'm from Boston. And every, oh my God, the Karen Reed trial. Everybody would comment the Karen Reed trial. And that was before Trooper Proctor took the stand.
Well, that's when it all exploded. That's when I got into it, was with Proctor stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then, by the time Higgins was on the stand, Beckham was like,
oh, I couldn't believe it. I was like, dude, you're an ATF agent. You're above the standard, buddy.
Not really.
I know. I know.
Oh, God. What's Karen done? James, that's not nice. So anyway, all right. Oh my God, we got 2 hours and 15 minutes. Holy crap. I love how right now the numbers are like low. Like people are not in. Just us talking back and forth. People like, no, I don't want it. Those Tish. Yeah.
So wait, real quick. Are you gonna take a day off and go to the Karen Reed thing?
To stand outside the courthouse, yeah. Like chat with people and
You and Liz gonna do it?
we did it last year in the same day.
Right.
I'd like to coordinate it with her. Yeah. We'll see. But yeah,
How much time
100%.
is Auntie Deb doing? I mean, does he like literally go out there too?
He went out.
I
I
mean,
think he's filmed. It's there. He has content on his channel.
about like on
That he's
site
driven by the
or
courthouse. I don't think he went outside of the courthouse during the
no? I
trial.
said on site, like nearby, whatever nearby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but no, I'll certainly be like, Auntie Deb, I'm coming. I'm going on this day. Want to come? Me? Yeah.
Y'all should. That'd be fun.
Look, Tish, the Higgins text too.
Yeah. Oh, the butt dial, or yeah, the butt dial, the text message. Yeah.
Yeah, but Higgins, like, going through all that effort to like destroy his phone.
Oh, that's right. On a military base, gets his IT FBI friend involved, ruining his job. Or not, he didn't ruin his job, but almost could get him in trouble for that.
But like, the thing that I'm like, okay, am I just the flirting? Yeah. I just have to say,
Karen Reed,
okay,
yeah.
let's just use me and Beckham as an example. If I go through all, me and Beckham text about whatever. Let's say we're going back and forth about, okay, where's somebody in the chat I can pick on? We're going back and forth about Tony Stewart. We're just going back and forth about Tony Stewart, saying whatever we want about Tony Stewart, which probably all mean stuff, let's just say. Because Tony, you give it, I'll give it back. Anyway, I decide, oh
Tony,
my God.
I think you're a great dude.
No, we love Tony Stewart. With that being said, I go and I'm like, oh my God, these messages can't see the light of day. So I go through all this effort to destroy my phone. Meanwhile, Beckham's on trial and they have his. So all these messages where I'm like, I'm going to get rid of my phone so they can never find these messages. But I'm okay. The way I'm pointing, sorry. It might, yeah. They're on his phone. So what was that all for? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they would have obviously had Karen Reed's phone, Higgins, and had access to those messages. So for you to do what you did made you look really, really bad. And then like the way he was just on the stand, like, well, yeah, I'm a single guy. And, there's nothing on my phone. So I got like, it was just one of those, like, you expect us to be stupid enough to, apparently it worked. I don't know. It blows my mind.
He was walking the cable line too easy, Danny. Too easy.
Talking about the ATF, will they be an agency a year from now?
I haven't heard anything since. I think they're fine. They're a law
Don't bring
enforcement
politics in here, Tony Stewart. I'm seriously, don't do it. I'm actually a terrible person. If you knew the real me, Tony, the fact that you can say that makes me like you. I'm like, you know what? I can rock with Tony Stewart. He's just like, yeah, I'm a shit person. I'm like, you know what? I'm down. All right. Tony Stewart is here in flyover country. Oh, gosh. Oh, well, this has been really fun reminiscing about like our
Good
early
night.
days.
Yes. Next time I do a meeting, next time I lead a meeting, I'm going to be like, I'm going to use that voice.
His avatar is Charles Manson. Tish.
Yeah. Look at the avatar and then picture him saying, "Who's Karen?"
Yeah, no, it is Charles Manson, Tish. But yeah, Beckham, we should do another Ask Me Anything soon.
Yeah, whether you guys want to do it here or Paul wants to join in, or do it on the Paulcast.
No. That is a Danny After Dark thing. That has always been a Danny After Dark registered.
You want to do it next Friday?
No.
No, you're gonna have to do it. Look, man, you don't got much time before Karen Reed starts, Diddy starts, Star Wars month. is in there. Koberger. Well, Koberger is a little bit down the
That's
line, but
August.
you're gonna have that other crazy lady
Lori
with the
Vallow.
storm. Yeah. Yeah. So if you're gonna do it, you probably we need to do it before all that's before May.
Beckham, calm down. Here, Beckham's just like, yes, I want people to ask me questions and get to know me. Like, Beckham is all about himself.
No, I'm not. I've always been the last one. Always.
Mm.
Even though I do get people to ask me for my autographs at live events, though. But that's another thing. Which I'm always a pleasure to sign anything you have.
That's the plan, Capone. That's the plan. I need to keep you posted on some stuff, Capone. I need to update you on some stuff, but that's the plan.
Oh, the Mob Museum's all. Are you gonna? Oh, that. Are you guys planning? Are you gonna go to that? Hey, what's her name? Just showed up.
Yeah, Renee. Yeah, my plan is to meet up with
Renee.
Capone while I'm in my travels. Once they reached, oh, Jesus Christ, Renee. Sorry, I missed the chill. I was on a live with some other crafty people making stuff.
Nice.
Renee, I'm envious that you didn't take me with you, because when you do watch the replay, you're going to see how Beckham's calm right now. But it was a freaking shit show earlier, Renee. Please send me your condolences after you watch it. But we mentioned you. We mentioned you. So, oh, you two need to connect. You two need to connect. For sure.
Yeah, the Mob Museum. I mean, if you go, Danny. Well, remember I went like in 2022. Remember, and I had the pictures and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of the best museums I've ever. I mean, in general, I've ever been to. And it's like 4 floors or something like that. So it's
I'm
worth
excited.
it's
Yeah,
worth the price. It's worth the souvenirs. You might be able to shoot a Tommy gun at the bottom in the basement. I'm not sure that might be a thing now.
Oh, not my thing. Not my thing.
I don't know. I'm just saying they change it up every few years. So
Yeah. No, I'm definitely excited. Yeah. Why? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Back up. Let's continue this live for another hour. Do you want to talk about your Vegas stories?
No, let's go. Good night, everybody.
You know what? Let's do the Ask Me Anything right now. Beckham, I would like to ask you to tell us about your Vegas stories.
No.
Oh God. Oh, Beckham, calm down. People love the rowdy you. Lord knows. Lord knows. All right. Yeah, you guys definitely connect. Let me think. Yeah, Danny After Dark on Facebook or Instagram. However you guys want to connect, but you definitely should. All right. So let's wind this down, because I actually have to be up early tomorrow, which I'm not digging.
The cats?
No, something for a friend that I have to be up early. But
for a friend.
Yeah.
Make sure you join in on the Music 185 channel. I don't know.
Lord help us. Lord help us. No, so quick funny story before we sign out. I told my coworkers when I got to work, I was like, I woke up today so upset because one of the cats, Leia, was like making like woke me. See, I'm like so tired from this morning. Like woke me up, like was super rowdy at like, was it like 4:30?
Why do cats do that? Because they sleep all day. They got energy at night.
No, but like it was like 4:30 or something in the morning.
Yeah, Shelly's cats do that.
And I was like, oh my God. But in my like half asleep, half awake mode, I was like, it's okay, because it's Saturday and I can sleep in.
Oh, you thought it was Saturday?
And then my mind realized it was a work day and that my alarm was going to be going off in a bit, so I wouldn't have time to fall back asleep. And then I was really upset.
That's the worst.
Like almost
when you're thinking it's another day and you're like, wait a minute, what? I got to get up. You're like, oh, man.
Yeah. I mentioned it to my coworkers and they were like, ooh, that's a tough one. I'm like, yep. Because I was like, it's fine. I'm going to sleep in.
Oh, yeah. You're going to sleep a couple more hours. Yeah. Whatever.
Nope. So yeah, I did not get as much sleep as I need, but so that was my morning. But I love my cats. I love my babies. It's all good. It's all good. Look at James. My cat will just walk up and claw on my face while I'm sleeping. I support what
Do
that
they
cat is
really? Do
willing
they?
to
I've
do.
never seen a cat do that. Do they do that?
Mine has never clawed at me
Like
like
wake you
that.
up, like hit you on the head or something. Like you know how they hit you on they just swat.
Um,
Like hey, wake
Mine
up.
don't. But like I'll wake up and it's like because I'm sick, so like they'll be like around, like, oh great, you're awake. Time to eat. Time to eat.
Oh, they're hungry.
Yeah. Or they'll just walk over me like, oh great, now you're, but never like claw. That's just, yeah, that's just, oh my gosh, so good. I love when good, cool people connect. I had a cat that would get on the back of the couch and bite my head. No.
Whoa, what the why?
Oh my
That's see
gosh.
why they just want attention or they want something from you.
Oh God. Have you ever woke up and found all six staring? Yes.
That really?
Mm-hmm. That's like a weekend sleeping in, and they're just
Yeah,
like,
but isn't
we
that
didn't
because
get
they're
the memo
worried
that feeding time
they
is
want
gonna
to
be
make
2
sure
hours
that you're not.
later.
Yeah, but isn't that because they want to make sure you're not dead? That you wake up.
Oh no, I think they're just like, come on, bitch, wake up. When am I gonna be fed? K-Dog.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
That breaks my heart. I am so K-Dog. Oh my gosh.
Hmm.
So sorry. That's tough.
Sorry.
We are all big animal people here at in this
Sorry about that,
community.
K
So
Dog.
we all feel you. We all definitely give our condolences. Yeah, 100%. Um, yeah, yeah, mine would probably too at the end, after a certain amount of time.
I heard the wildest story about what James just posted.
What?
It's confirmed from first responders when people pass away and nobody hears about, and then they go check
Mm,
and what cats tend to do sometimes that have been seen doing by first responders confirming it because of course they do a wellness check and then of course the person's deceased. Yeah, you know what I'm getting at? I did
yeah,
not know that's true, man. That's wild to me. When I first heard that, I was like, it's almost like they go back to their like animalistic instincts or something. I don't know. Ugh.
Tish.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, for real. Leia would be the one to do that.
Dude,
She's,
we have Danny. We've been on the show where your Leia was up there, like in like messing with your frames and knocking them down. Like
yeah, true story. She's like bad,
she's
like as if
yeah.
I'm like, that's gonna fall off the wall and break and crack. Yeah. Or like I didn't realize she did that, and I'd like sit down and be live, and then like you guys would be like, "Hey, that's crooked in the back," and I'm just like, I don't care. I don't care at this point. I just don't care. Yeah. Yeah. Zach says sorry, K Dog. Tony Stewart, yes, definitely. Sorry, K Dog. That is sad. Yeah, we all feel you, K Dog. We're definitely. Oh, 100% that yeah. Even in like, being involved with like animal
Oh
rescue and
man,
like,
yeah. Oh
being
yeah, it's like the
involved here at the
worst.
shelter. It's just,
Hmm.
you
Yeah.
see like the best in people in humanity, and then you see the worst in
Yeah.
regards to, but then you also, as many like happy success stories that shelters bring, there's also so many not so, it's just, and we're a no-kill, our shelter's a no-kill, the one I volunteer at, but it's, yeah, when you have to see sometimes those situations, it's just so tragic. It's so hard. No way around it. Danny, did you see the video I made about the fennec foxes? They are kind of like cats. I don't think I did, Renee. I will have to check it out. Yeah, I don't think I did. But I will definitely check that out. Okay, speaking of cats, I just heard something that sounded like it broke. So
Oh.
I don't know if
No,
that picked up on the mic, but I just heard something. And I'm like, gosh.
I don't think nothing fell behind you.
No, not behind me. In the other
Oh.
room.
Oh.
On that note, Beckham, 2.5 hours.
I know. It was fun, guys.
I'm all for another half hour if you'll tell Vegas stories.
No. No.
All right, then Tish said it best. Adjourned. All right, good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us for another True Crime and Chill. Thank you to Mr. Beckham for being here and let's just say being entertaining this evening. All right, everybody. We'll see you next week. Remember, until next time, we don't live in darkness. Darkness lives in us. Bye, everyone.
Good night.